There you go. This is the Joe Biden manual. I just read it to you. The late Governor, Democrat Richard Lamb, from the Democrat Party Hates America. Be right back.
Do you have a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more that you don't need? Well, don't lapse or surrender your policy. You might be sitting on a gold mine. That's right. You may be able to sell all or part of your life insurance policy to Coventry for cash, or a combination of cash and coverage with no future premiums, even a term policy. Call Coventry Direct at 800-617-5100 or visit coventrydirect.com to find out if you're sitting on a gold mine. That's 800-617-5100. For over 25 years, we've helped thousands of people sell their policies, and we can probably help you too. Call us today at 800-617-5100 or visit coventrydirect.com to find out if you're sitting on a gold mine. That's 800-617-5100. Call now.
The road to every championship starts with the first step. For your Artesia Bulldogs, the road to the NMAA State Championship begins tonight as your Bulldogs travel to Carlsbad to take on the Cavemen. Welcome to the battle for Eddy County. Bulldog football on KSVP AM and FM and at KSVPTV.com is presented by Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Family Health Center and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Artesia Police Department, Big O Tires, Bob Reed Pest Control, Buckhorn Productions, LLC, Business Notions, Kane Electric Supply, Central Valley Electric, Cisco Equipment, Deans Incorporated, Devon Energy, Julie's Auto Sales, Edge Safety, E&MU Portales and E&MU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Forest Tire, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, HF Sinclair, Hawker & Sons, J&J Home Care, J.S. Ward, KFC of Artesia, La Fonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Hoppin & Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Pressure Services LLC, Primary Residential Mortgage, Richland Motors, Roger and Ramona Kilpatrick of Berkshire Hathaway Enchanted Lands, Roswell Seed Company, Smile Expressions, Southwest Printers, Sun Country Garden Center, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpinning and Sons Mortuary, Trustmark Roofing, University of New Mexico, Wilbanks Trucking, Zondi Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia. Now, let the journey begin.
Good evening, Bulldog fans. Excited to have you join us tonight on KSVP and the start of Artesia Bulldog 2023 football season. Going to be joined tonight by Coach Jeremy Maupin. And Coach Maupin, just want to get your input for the fans on the off-season. I know you lost a great group of seniors last year. So give us an update on the off-season, how to go, and then the 7-on-7 this summer.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is our numbers are bigger than they've ever been here, which is, saying a lot because we always have a lot of numbers. We have 93 kids on varsity with the uniform for, the game, and that kind of goes back to what our off season looked like, and those guys really earned it.
Yeah.
We had, about 160, 170 going through the weight room and through Bulldog days in this off season. We have a ton of guys that play basketball too, so they're either here or they're playing basketball. And so then when we got everybody together, we had a great little few short practices in spring football, and then we kind of give them off the month of June, and we had weight room, and we had some good numbers showing up to our weight room, and then we started July 3rd, and they came in hungry, excited. We went to 2 7-on-7 tournaments, and both our varsities won both of those. And then at one tournament, Coach Henderson, he's coaching our sophomores, he beat Coach Lopez, and they won the championship. And then the next week at Portales, Coach Lopez came back and won the championship. They were in the same division. So all of our teams compete well. Our linemen really were in the top 3 at everything we went to. And so we have, over 30 seniors again. We have over 50 juniors. So really good, solid group of guys.
Well, that's exciting. Just for everybody that's come out and be a part of the Bulldog program, I know. It's for you coaches as well, right? I know it's a shuffle. But in dealing with it, but it's good for the numbers.
Yes, sir.
Well, what would you say coming into the season? I know y'all always theme this season, so what's your theme this year?
We went with relentless pursuit, and so I think in my mind the biggest thing is, I don't want them to live in the 2022 season, and I felt a little complacency early, and so we talked about, hey, what do we want it to be? And that's why we came up with relentless pursuit, and that we're in the pursuit of a championship, but we're also in the pursuit of being good men and being husbands and fathers. And what separates us from everybody else is if we do it relentlessly. And so that's kind of been our motto. That's kind of what we've really pushed on guys and talked a lot about. And I think we've had a good off season with that mentality.
Well, with your coaching staff, just real quick, you had a few that longtime coaches retire or go to do something else for reasons, and that's fine. So with your coaching staff, who all do you have this year?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Bowden called me when I honestly I was on my way to interview for the job, and when I was coming back over here, and he said, "I'll give you 2 years." You know, so I kind of been waiting on him, and then Coach Saxon, of course, retired, and then Coach Olivas had some things he needed to do, so we moved him down to the 7th grade for a year. And so that allowed us to bring up Coach Saxon's son, Corey Saxon, who's a guy that I actually called a couple times when I was in Los Lunas. He's a really good coach, really good young coach. He's coaching our defensive line. And that allowed us to move Coach Bickle over to coach our offensive line, which has replaced Coach Bowden. And then we hired a guy named Max Rodriguez, who's the youngest one on staff, and he's going to help in the secondary, and it just brings a lot of energy. And then I hired my brother-in-law, Derek Montoya.
Oh, yeah.
He was down in the 7th grade, and I called him and I said, hey, there's some things with Coach Olivas. Would y'all switch for a year? And they switched for a year, and so he's done a fantastic job so far as well. So really excited about our staff.
Well, isn't it nice? It's not just the varsity staff. It's just 7th grade up. You got a great staff.
Yeah, we're full across the board, and it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, Coach, looking at this year and going into this year, I already mentioned it once, a great graduating group of seniors. So these juniors coming up, as seniors now, you mentioned there's 30 of them, I think you said?
Yes, sir.
What are you looking for out of them?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of fun because, in Artesia with 10th, 11th, and 12th, these are the guys I've had.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like kind of my first group that I've had all the way through. They know me, they know the program, and so it's really allowed us to open up some things and do some things different. And so they're smart, they're good, so I want them to kind of just set a foundation for the rest of my time here, and they're doing a really good job of that.
Oh, good. Good to hear. All right, folks, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the scouting team report in just a minute.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Turpinning & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Turpinning & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc. located at 409 Commerce Road or online at deansinc.com.
Hello folks, Martin here from PRMI in Artesia, your hometown lender. Have you been on the fence lately about purchasing or refinancing a home? I know it's a big decision, and the interest rates are playing a huge part in that. I'm here to let you know I understand your concern and would like to talk to you about your options. There are financing products available that may suit your budget, and I'm the person to talk to. I offer a personal service, fast approval process, and a knowledgeable support staff. So call me at 575-749-6278 and let's discuss your options.
PRMI NMLS 3094 is an equal housing lender.
Dooley's Auto Sales has made the move to their brand new location at 1212 South First Street in Artesia. But don't take my word for it.
I'm Blaze. And I'm Ashton. We got what you're looking for at Dooley's Auto Sales.
Dooley's has a great selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and even heavy-duty work trucks.
And like my grandpa always said,
I'll sell you a car that you want. If I ain't got it, I can get it. If I can't get it, nobody can.
Come see us at our new location, 1212 South First Street in Artesia.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Sandy Stockton is right here in Artesia to help you select the right protection at the right price. Sandy will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect protect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Sandy Stockton, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Whether on the field or buying or selling your home, a winning team makes all the difference. Let Roger and Ramona Kilpatrick of Berkshire Hathaway in Artesia help you score big. They can help you find the home of your dreams. And if you're selling, they have years of experience and can get your home sold quickly and professionally. Hit it out of the park. Call and schedule your meeting today, 575-616-2430, or stop by the office at 408 South 1st in the building with the Bulldog mural. Roger and Ramona Kilpatrick, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Enchanted Lands Realtors in Artesia, proud supporters of Bulldog Softball.
Welcome back to KSVP. This is our pregame show tonight as the Artesia Bulldogs taking on the Carlsbad Cavemen. Eddy County rivalry. Always a great time to be over in Carlsbad, or is in Carlsbad tonight. Joined by Coach Maupin again. And Coach, coming into this game, first game, I know you're still working out a lot of things. You know, you work out some things in the scrimmage, but first game of the year. So what are you looking forward to defensively? What are you going to try to do?
Yeah, I mean, if you look back at our game last year, I think we had 19 missed tackles. I think when you don't get to tackle a lot, you know, in the spring, and we just started pads a couple weeks ago, I think that's been what Coach Rod has really pushed is we got to wrap up and tackle. Yeah. And I thought we did a good job of that in the scrimmage, and so, you know, we're hoping to come out, and we got a lot of guys back on defense, and so we're excited about that leadership coming out and hopefully getting some tackles. And I think Coach Rod has a great game plan of putting those guys in the right position to make some tackles, so we're excited.
Okay, and for Carlsbad, what are you expecting out of them defensively?
Yeah, you know, they're a 3-4 team. You know, we played them a lot in the summer in 7-on-7s, and so they have a new coach. He was the offensive coordinator last year. He just hired a new defensive coordinator. So, well, you know, what we saw in the scrimmage is just sprint back and don't give up anything deep. And so that's kind of what we practice all week, is just take what those guys are giving us and you know, move the ball in chunks, and then we just got to finish. So we did a lot more goal line this week because a lot of those teams want you to nickel and dime down the field, and it's hard to score. So I think we did a good job of kind of getting them prepared for that. And then we have some plays that we think are chunk plays we can get at times, but yeah, they're pretty bell, run backwards. You know, don't want to give up the deep stuff. So like I said, we just got to take advantage of it. Okay, and offensively for Carlsbad, what are y'all looking for tonight? Yeah, I mean, what's hard is he's a Goddard guy, you know, so you expect some wing, and you expect some toss and QB lead, and then all summer they're spreading out, throwing the ball. And honestly, in the scrimmage, they throw the ball a lot more than we kind of expected. And so it's not like a typical Goddard guy that you would expect, but you know, they're pretty young in a lot of places. You know, they only have one guy back that played last year for them on defense, and I think only two guys back on offense. So it's a lot of newness, a lot of things that you know, you don't see a lot in the scrimmage, because just like us, we're not going to show everything we have either, you know. And so, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we think they're going to be, you know, probably 70-30 run, but it's a guess because that's not what they've shown all summer, you know. So that's you know, script your first plays, figure out what's going on, and you adjust the whole game, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You go, and that's the beauty of being able to do that too. The game within the game is fun coaching. Yes, sir. Fun part of it. All right, Coach, and then special teams. I know in scrimmages you don't really do special teams, so your first game is always the test on how your special teams are, if they're ready to go. So what are y'all looking for? Yeah, I mean, ironically, they did some in the scrimmage. Oh, did they? So it kind of, I feel like, gave us a little advantage. I mean, we saw how they ran their punt return. I think Lovington, that's who they scrimmaged, is the ones that really wanted to practice. But we got to see their PAT block. We got to see some returns, and so we at least have some basis on those things. We don't expect a lot of change from last year, except new kickers and things like that. So last year they kicked it to us. You know, we had a return one to win the game at the end, but we had another big return early in the game. So, you know, I think they're going to come out and expect to get after us a little bit, and so we got to be ready for everything. But special teams, yeah, a lot of it's a guess right now, but it's a guess for them too. Well, it's a huge part of the game, right? A lot of people don't really realize it. It's a third of the game. And there's a lot of yards within yards in special teams in the game. And I thought last year, man, y'all did such a good job with the special teams. And so looking forward to seeing the wrinkles this year. Yes, sir. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're going to have you meet some of the Bulldogs.
and then you'll meet the starting lineup for tonight's game against Carlsbad. Thanks for tuning in today. Don't go anywhere. Football's coming up at 7 o'clock.
Used to be printing was boring business cards and lifeless letterhead, but now it's bright, powerful, and it's on more than paper. At Southwest Printers, they bring your project to life and on just about any surface. Card magnets, cups, mugs, you name it. How about bright banners, colorful brochures, and rack cards that rock? And yes, they still print business cards, but if they're boring, that's on you. Southwest Printers, committed, competitive, and local. 110 North Pennsylvania in Roswell, online at swprint.com.
The Rehabilitation Center at Artesia General Hospital offers a variety of services led by experienced licensed therapists, including physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. Their multidisciplinary team provides a complete evaluation with the full support of your primary care provider to develop a custom plan to support your personal goals and recovery needs. These treatment plans help manage symptoms, educate patients and their families, and ultimately get back to the activities that bring you joy. Learn more at artesiageneral.com/rehab.
Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. For your company embroidered polo shirts or t-shirts, for your event or sports team, look no further than Business Notions. Keep your staff looking sharp and professional with embroidered apparel from Business Notions. Everything from polo shirts and caps to coats, jackets, and hats. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. Servicing all of Southeast New Mexico. Call today, 625-2840.
H&R Block of Artesia
What
is
if you
proud to
could
be a
look
member of the
forward 1
community
year?
and a sponsor
Or
of
years.
Artesia
40
Bulldog
years.
Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need them most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
In Deuteronomy chapter 11 and verse 16, it says, "Be careful, don't let your heart be deceived, so that you turn away from the Lord and serve and worship other gods." See, we need to learn to be careful. Be careful of who we worship. Be careful of who we are living up for each and every day of our lives. Who am I serving? Am I serving the God of gods, the Lord of lords, the King of kings? Or have I chosen to serve another God, little g, an idol? And so as life moves on, as life continues, am I being careful about who I am serving? Am I serving the one true and only God, the creator of the universe? If I'm not serving him, then maybe I need to ask, who am I serving? And maybe I don't know the God creator, and I need to learn about him. If you need to learn about him, come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ.
Your friends at Artesia Ford Sales have been doing their best to find a great selection of new and quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs so you can get what you need when you need it. While brand new vehicles may be hard to get, there are some great used vehicles out there if you know where to look. That's what the staff at Artesia Ford Sales does every day. Hunt down quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs, so what you need is most likely on the Artesia Ford lot right now. Check out the website daily, or better yet, stop by and tell them what you're looking for and let them do the hunting for you. Artesia Ford Sales, helping folks get the vehicles they need for over 57 years.
This segment brought to you by Artesia Ford.
I'm Matt Suss, I'm number 10, senior wide receiver, involved in track, powerlifting, and then my favorite teacher is Miss Walker. Favorite football team is going to be the Dallas Cowboys. Favorite part about being a Bulldog is the traditions, the Bulldog pile, the assemblies, just things like that, raising the one after we win a state championship, and then just the community support. So.
My name is Grant Johnson. I'm a junior and I'm number 11. My position is linebacker. I'm also involved in National Honor Society. My favorite teacher is Miss Zubia, and my favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys. My favorite part about being a Bulldog is the tradition of winning championships every single year.
My name is Porter Hardman. I'm number 12. I'm a junior. Play wide receiver. I'm involved in track in the National Honor Society. My favorite teacher would have to be Mr. Taylor. My favorite football team is Cincinnati Bengals, and my favorite part about being a Bulldog would have to be all the traditions we have here in Artesia.
My name is Zachary Riley Wells Devlin. I'm number 45. I'm a junior. I play wide receiver. I'm also involved in baseball. My favorite teacher is Mr. Taylor. My favorite football team is the Rams. My favorite part about being a Bulldog is the dog pile.
My name is Hagen Crockett. I'm number 46. I am a junior. I play linebacker. I'm also involved in wrestling. My favorite teacher is Miss Burnett. My favorite part of the football team is Friday nights, and being a Bulldog is also Friday nights.
My name is Xavier Jagger, number 48. I'm a senior. I play outside backer. I'm also involved in track. My favorite teacher is Coach Rivera. Favorite football team is the Kansas City Chiefs. Favorite part about being a Bulldog is the dog pile.
My name is Aiden Huffman. I'm number 49. I'm a junior. My position, I play linebacker. I'm also involved in baseball. My favorite teacher is Coach Bickle. My favorite football team is the Patriots, and my favorite part about being a Bulldog is the brothers I make.
My name is Caden Fredrickson. I'm number 96. I'm a junior. My position is O-line. I'm also involved in wrestling. My favorite teacher is Coach Bickle. My favorite football team is the Denver Broncos. My favorite part about being a Bulldog is the conditions.
My name is Andres Estrada. I'm number 97. I'm a junior. I play defensive end. I'm also involved in baseball. My favorite teacher is Mr. Worley. My favorite football team is the Kansas City Chiefs. My favorite part about being a Bulldog is the traditions.
My name is Yadel Salamanca. I'm number 98. I'm a junior. I play D-line. I'm also involved in baseball. My favorite teacher is Mr. Taylor. My favorite football team is Los Angeles Rams. My favorite part about being a Bulldog, the dog pile.
This segment brought to you by Artesia Ford.
Check it out. Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Check it out. Service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925, we have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward and Son Insurance Agency.
For 5 generations, La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia has been home of awesome comfort food for locals and tourists alike. All of our recipes are tried and tested, many for years before becoming part of the menu. La Fonda Restaurant only uses fresh ingredients, and our portions will fill you up. The August drink of the month is house-made sangria, loaded with fresh fruit. Cool down and try it frozen. $5 all month long at La Fonda Restaurant in downtown Artesia. Guess what, Artesia? I'm back! The traveling dumpsters are back to help us clean up Artesia. Artesia Clean and Beautiful is teamed up with HF Sinclair to provide free access to roll-off dumpsters this summer so we can throw stuff away from our alleys, yards, and driveways. The final location of the dumpsters this year is 10th and Memorial Drive. The Scouts will be conducting free junk removal for approved locations. Call 575-513-0143. Let's clean up Artesia by using the free traveling dumpsters currently at 10th and Memorial Drive. This message made possible by HF Sinclair, proud to be a part of our community.
Eastern New Mexico University in Portales is proud to offer potential students the opportunity to attend ENMU tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. And now we're proud to announce the newly created Freshman Hound Housing Room Grant, which will allow students the opportunity to receive up to $3,000 per year off their housing costs when living on the ENMU campus. For more information on how ENMU is making higher education more affordable for you and your family members, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
Faith Baptist Church, like the Artesia Bulldogs, believes in having a winning attitude. We cannot be defeated because God is for us. While we hold strong to the Bible and its teachings, we recognize that we have a biblical mandate to reach people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. At Faith Baptist Church, they help take people from where they are to where God wants them to be. Join them at 10:30 a.m. Sunday mornings as we strive to fulfill our purpose for God. And to all the hardworking and outstanding Artesia Bulldog athletes, thank you for going above and beyond and for proving that character counts.
Summer's coming, and you're going to want to hit the road for a little well-deserved vacation time. At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Hello, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here with Robbie Ballou and the KSVP crew, and we're live in Carlsbad, New Mexico at Ralph Boyer Stadium. Robbie, it's a hot one, but it's going to be fun.
96 degrees outside, but nobody really cares. Both stands are full. The fans are ready for the start of this 2023 Bulldog season.
Yeah, the Bulldogs coming onto the field right after Carlsbad, doing the traditional dog pile, and as you said, stands are full. Carlsbad let out a good applause for their team, as did the Artesia Bulldog fans, and really filled up the stands on that side. First game of the season, so there's not a lot to talk about except for maybe last year a little bit and then summer ball.
Yeah, coming in last year, right? And I was thinking driving down there, Joby, you can throw it out. I mean, we got tradition, and that carries over to the next year as the boys want to carry that on. But winning state last year doesn't do anything for you this year better than put a bigger mark on the back, for everybody to knock you off.
Yeah, I've thought about that a lot over the years as well, and I think it does help in terms of you just continue to build that swagger. And when you're confident, you do pretty well. And you can be overconfident, don't get me wrong, but I think our coaching staffs over the years, probably all the way back to the 60s, have always done a good job keeping the Bulldogs steady even though we win. And we got the national anthem next, so we're going to go ahead and take a break. Or we may keep it here for you, and you can hear the national anthem as well. So stay right there, Bulldog fans. We'll be back.
Mike Carrier and Iris Carlsbad. Mike Carrier passed away on August 9th. He graduated from Artesia High School in 1960, where he played baseball, ran track, and won a football state championship with the football team. He lived in Carlsbad over half of his life, and was a long-time Caveman football season took over. Mike was known in Carlsbad for his philanthropic work and his talent as a public speaker. He recently received recognition from the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce and the Caveman Strong organization for dedication to the community.
Well, Robbie, we'll go ahead and talk for just a minute. We didn't realize they're doing a tribute right now to one of their players, or to some folks I think may have passed. I'm not sure. But so, again, we're talking about last year we were state champs, so we're defending state champs in 5A. Of course, Carlsbad 6A. And, we're about even over the years with them. It's not like we just destroy Carlsbad every year. They're a good quality opponent for us.
Yeah, I think it's 49 and 50 is the record. We're 49, they're 50. And the Winds, been playing them since the early, about 1910, 1912, I think is the first game. So one of the oldest rivalries in the state. And it's, like you said, it's pretty even.
Yeah, Carlsbad has always been a bigger school in terms of population in the city and bigger student body, but the Bulldogs in Carlsbad, it's called the Eddy County War for a reason. We're just north of them. They're just south of us, and we fight them every year in every sport.
Yeah, we did it when we played, and it was a big rivalry then, and it still is.
All right, now the national anthem.
We extend our deepest of condolences to Courier and Hartsock families. Thank you, folks. Joining the Carlsbad High School band this evening is the Carlsbad Police Department Color Guard with presentation of the colors. Tonight's Color Guard members: Rory Castaneda, Evan Lara, Jacob Castaneda, and Adrian Gonzalez. and gentlemen, would you please rise to the playing of our national anthem?
Well, a great rendition there, Robbie, from the Carlsbad Marching Band of the National Anthem.
Yes, it was. They're very good. I was just watching them during that. Just did a tremendous job.
As the ROTC marches the flags off, we'll get ready to go here for some football. The Artesia Bulldogs 0-0 on the season. Carlsbad Cavemen 0-0 on the season. And you can toss everything out. We were talking about state champs last year. Really, we play Carlsbad. It doesn't matter what we did last year, as you said, to them or to the Bulldogs. As this is going to be a hit fest tonight. I think I was watching Carlsbad warm up. Robbie, I know you were too. And they look pretty good in their uniforms.
Yeah, they're looking good. Got a new coach this year, third one in 3 years, so he's going to start implementing his program. And don't know much about him, really. He's a Goddard. He graduated Goddard High. He played in New Mexico college ball. Now he's back here as head coach. And but we do know coming in tonight, the Bulldogs have 30 seniors on their roster. They got 50 juniors on their roster. They've suited up 81 players over there tonight. And, got a lot of returning players. Most of the defense came back. We're replacing the defensive line and a couple linebackers on offense, a couple linemen. And most of our receiving corps will be new this year. But the rest of the backfield's still the same as Estrada and LaRock. So looking for some senior leadership, some experience on the field tonight for the Bulldogs. First game of the year, you never know. But that's what we're looking for tonight from the Bulldogs.
Always can expect some things to go not the way you want them to as players, as coaches, as refs, and as us up here in the press box. So just got to know first game of the year, there's going to be some things that don't happen out just right. But the Bulldogs are taking the field. They are a kickoff return to start the game as Carlsbad won the toss and deferred to the second half. So the Bulldogs have their kickoff return team out. Fans are on their feet across the way. A lot of the Carlsbad fans are starting to rise as well.
All right, we got Seiss, Duran, and Kahn back deep for the Bulldogs. And at the quarterback position in that starburst is Derek Warren, number 16.
Yeah, sophomore for the Bulldogs. Sandoval going to be kicking for Carlsbad. And we're about ready to get underway here on this good, beautiful August evening. He's waiting for the go-ahead from the officials. And they're telling them to fix their pads over there on the far side. So now they got that done. Whitehead says go, and here we go. There's the kick. They're going to kick it deep. It is going to be deep into the end zone, so no return. Bulldog football out at the 20.
It is interesting. Carlsbad won the flip. They deferred. So they chose to see the Artesia offense first, probably knowing that Sandoval had that great leg, so going to have to go the entire field.
Yeah, Bulldogs also, you pointed this out when we watched them call the, say they deferred and they took the direction they want to go here. So our receivers here early on are going to be looking back into the sun. Yep. So maybe there's some of that in that as well.
Any advantage a coach can get, he tries.
Sure. All right, so the Bulldogs break the offense. They're going to be with a slot on either side and a wide out with the running back LaRock to the right of Estrada. So the A formation look for the Bulldogs. Snap is back, going to turn, hand it off. LaRock tries to make one man miss, but he is wrapped up and tackled.
They come out in a 3-4 defense, and the two middle linebackers stunted on us right there. And so one of them wasn't accounted for. That was number 9, Gavin York, making that tackle.
Did a really good job because LaRock tried to sidestep him. He was able to hang on and then drag him down. So a loss of about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 14 for the Bulldogs as they have trips to the far side. One receiver down here to the bottom. He's kind of on an island. Going to pump fake it. Now throw it out there. That's going to be a pickup of plenty for the first down, about a 17-yard pickup.
I like what they did there. That's Casillas, number 17, the slot position. They tried to cut off the quick throw, so he kept going up the sideline. Nye pumped it and then hit him open on the sideline.
Yeah, and Casares is a quarterback.
Thank you.
But playing some slot here. All right, snap is back, turn, hand it off to LaRock. He's going to burst into the middle and maybe pick up 4 yards. Good run there.
So one of the slowest things to develop is your offensive line at the first of the year. The cohesiveness. They haven't been hitting another team. And so a good 4-yard pickup. But again, they stunted, and we need to start picking that up.
So he does pick up 4, about 4. So 2nd down and 6 at the 36-yard line. Fakes that. Throws a little slide slant over there. Well, he's going to go. He's down to the 40-yard line. That wasn't a slant. That was a screen.
That was a screen, and that's to Duran. Great speedster for the Bulldogs. He caught that and just turned his jets on, went up the left sideline.
Good blocking over there as well. So the Bulldogs are putting the pedal down right now as they just right back on the ball. A formation, LaRock to the left of Estrada, ball on the far hash. The Bulldogs going north to south. They're going to throw a pump. No, he doesn't pump it. Nice. No, I thought he was going to throw it. Estrada keeps it. He's going to get down to the 30-yard line. Boy, there were 2 cleanup blocks, and then a flag came in, so we're going to have an illegal block, I think.
Estrada trying to get his receiver to release down the field. He didn't, so he tucked it. Sidestepped one guy, just kind of let him run by him. And then right on the sideline, the Bulldogs threw some good blocks, and the flags flew.
It looked like they were good blocks to me, too, Robbie. It looked like they were both in the front, but they're going to call a personal foul.
Helmet to helmet.
Helmet to helmet, and so I just didn't see that one.
I didn't see that. I saw the one. The one I saw was a good block.
Well, I saw both blocks. I don't know where the helmet to helmet was. Yeah. Maybe it was one on the blocks. I don't know. All right, so that's going to be a 15-yarder from the spot of the foul. The Bulldogs have picked up. That was Estrada running it. Boy, I kept thinking he was going to go ahead and throw that anyway to the receiver over there, but he went ahead and tucked it and ran.
Yeah, the receiver on the backside came across the field, and then he got behind everybody, linebackers. The one he was waving was the wide receiver on the white.
Right.
And he was covered, but over the field he was there, but he'd made the decision.
Empty backfield, first time this year. Trips to the far side, which is the wide side. Slot and the wide out down here. It's going to be first and a long ways. He's going to turn and throw it out there. And the ball is dropped. Number 25 on that attempted catch.
Yeah, so the way you combat the stunting of the linebackers is a quick passing game. So they released Diego Lopez there on the left. And just out in front of me a little bit. Got his fingertips on it, but couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, and I think he ran into that age-old problem. He tried to run before he caught it. And that's understandable as well. All right, so it's going to be 2nd down and about 20, 18. And the white hat is going to call time. He's going to go talk to the side judge about something.
Carlsbad is in that 3-man front, which they're doing that to counter the Bulldog passing game to an extent. That puts 8 guys back in coverage on the passing game. And then they're stunting out of that, trying to guess on the running game too. So Maupin's going to have to keep them unbalanced here, off balance.
They're still having a meeting over there, and the Bulldogs thought they could go, so they were ready to snap it, because what happened was the umpire in the middle set the ball down and jogged out of the way, but now he's back over it.
Yeah, they were talking about what the down actually is, and they decided it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10 because it was a dead ball foul. So instead of having that long way to go, they moved the markers. And now we're going to have a timeout again as Coach for Carlsbad was debating it. Coach Sanders. So Mr. Official will jog over there once again and talk to the far line judge. And I said this before the game, I think, these things kind of tend to work themselves out as the season wears on, but it's first game, you got some stuff already.
Oh, we do, and we talked about it too. First game for the officials.
Yep.
To come out and call their first game. So they're just making sure they get everything right now,
Yep.
which is, you appreciate them doing that.
going to change it back where it was.
It was 2nd and 17 before.
And that's what it'll be. Well, no, they moved it to the 40. It was at the 42.
That's funny because
they had it at the 28.
Right, they still have it up there, right? 2nd and 17 is what it was.
Yeah, because it was at the 28, the first down to reach. I don't know. And now coach is putting his hands up, the coach for Carlsbad saying, but, I mean, I just think, I don't know what he's saying. I can't hear him, obviously. Yeah. But he was like, I don't understand. He put both hands up, universal sign for, what does that mean? All right, so it'll be 2nd and 15. So somehow in that commencement, we gained 2 yards. Snap is back, going to run the speed option, pitch it to LaRock around the left side. Good blocking over there by the Bulldogs. LaRock's still on his feet. He's going to pick up about 13 yards, Robbie.
That's a great job by Estrada. Drew in the defensive end to him, pitched it to LaRock, and then he had all his linemen and his wide receivers out in front blocking for him. A good pickup for the Bulldogs.
Casadas out there blocking did a fantastic job because he just stayed with his guy who was playing slot out there. He just drove him over to the sideline.
That's hard. That's a long block.
Very hard to do. Snap is back, 3rd and 2, looking down the sideline. Estrada looks. He's going to tuck and go, and he'll get out of bounds with the first down pickup of about 5.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, the offensive line right now is doing a good job. He had about 5-6 seconds there, had a nice pocket. Carlsbad doing a good job on the routes right now because he had nowhere to go.
10:01 to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on the Carlsbad 28. A formation, ball on the far hash. Bulldogs going north to south, turn, hand it off to LaRock. Fumbled it. Bulldogs got it back. One of the linemen. That was very fortuitous.
Yeah, I just handed it off up the middle, and I never really got the handle on it. Number 62 for the Bulldogs was able to fall on that for us, and that is Ivan Chacon.
Yep.
Ivan Chacon.
Yeah, Ivan Chacon with a great job. I saw him. He was already going down to his knees, and then he just reached and pulled it in. All right, so it's going to be 2nd down and 11. Loss of 1. Man in motion is going to be Casadas. He hands it to him, tosses it to him, actually. He turns up the field, is going to pick up about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and long.
A good job by Carlsbad. They strung that play out, and he couldn't get outside, so he cut it back up the middle, and number 62, Desante, made the tackle for the Caveman.
3rd down and 8 at the Carlsbad 26-yard line. A formation for the Artesia Bulldogs. Right in the middle of the field are the Bulldogs. We need to talk about their unis here in a minute. For those listening and not watching. By the way, thanks for tuning in. Snap is back. Estrada looking. He's going to throw the stop route. That's going to be caught. Stop on the dime, and he does not have the first down. It's going to be the first call of the season for Coach Maupin on whether they go for it.
Yeah, I threw that out route to Galindo over here. Had to come back to get it, and had 2 cavemen standing there when he turned around, so wasn't able to pick up much. 4th down and 4. Picked up about half. Bulldog offense remains on the field. They're all looking over to the sideline. Coach Maupin calls the play. 8:32 and counting here in the first quarter. Now they're going to huddle up. Well, they got a play clock here. 16 seconds.
Plenty of time. Trips to the far side. Ball in the near hash or near the near hash. Uncovered over there, and he sees it. Now they're going to try to break on that. I see him looking at it. There he goes. Oh, offsides. Number 15. That'll give the Bulldogs a first down.
Good job by Estrada. Just gave him that hard count, and no Bulldog moved, and Pearson was just ready to go and jumped off sides.
That's the old no-go.
Yes.
That's what was called, and I think that's probably why they huddled up. He said, hey, nobody move. And they did a great job and did not.
First of the year, you can get some of those usually, more than towards the end.
All right, they remain in trips. Ball near the near hash. They're on the 17-yard line for Carlsbad. Estrada looking over the defense. Still looking. He's going to bring a guy in. Nope, he's changing the play, Robbie. All right, here's the snap. Snap is back. He's looking to the left. Now goes back to the right. Pumps it. Nowhere to go. They double-teamed him over here on the right side. He's going to throw it to the top. It's going to be caught. Down inside the 5-yard line. Good play.
Hardeman did a good job on the left side over there. He went deep in the end zone, and then he came back as Estrada began to roll to his left, and came back, caught the ball over there on the sideline. But again, the offensive line doing a great job giving Estrada time to throw.
You know, that was designed to go to the right side. We had a single guy over here, but that safety fell back behind him, so Nye had to change his plans. And what you said is exactly perfect. What they did is come back to him.
Yeah.
Snap is back, going to throw a screen. Don't catch it. Oh,
Gosh.
Well, that's Ricky Almendadas. I wonder if he was eligible.
No, there's the flag.
Oh, I see LaRock. He's down on the ground. So, yeah, that's going to be a back us up.
That's hard. Armendariz is setting up out there to block for LaRock when he catches the ball, and he turned around to see where the play was, and the ball fell right in his hands. I mean, that's just, you can't do anything but catch that. I mean, even if he touches it right, it's illegal, so nothing he can do there.
All right, so they'll talk about it. Push the Bulldogs back here. It'll be 1st and goal from whatever yardage they mark off.
The coaches won't like that, but I think it's. I think it's funny. I think it's funny.
All right, so it is a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line, or is it a loss of down?
It is loss of down.
Yeah, a loss of down. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Seiss over here by himself on an island. That safety is pretty far in. We'll see what he does right here. It got the slot really tight on the right side, which is the wide side of the field. A lot of times we see that move right there. He didn't throw it, so he's going to keep it. Looking. Now he's going to throw it in the end zone. It's picked off. And one of his own guys tackles him, so Nye probably overthunk that one, Robbie.
Yeah, what Carlsbad's doing is they're falling back into a cover 4. They actually have 4 deep guys. They don't have 2 safeties. 4 of them are falling back deep, and that's confusing the Bulldogs here just a little bit. But that was a great job by number 19 for the Caveman, and that's Anderson just stepping in front of that and intercepting the pass.
It's a tough throw, even on a short field, to throw against your body, to throw back.
Yeah.
Coaches coach them, don't do that, but when you're a quarterback, sometimes you think, I can squeeze it in there. Yeah. It was tight in terms of field position, and it was tight in terms of there's a lot of players, as you pointed out, in the mix there. And I'm probably looking back on it, think maybe I should have run it. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Carlsbad Cavemen. Ball starts off right in the middle of the field on the 20. And I forget, remember, the quarterback is number
18. I think it's 18.
18?
Yeah.
It is. Handed off on a little reverse or a little counter. Bulldogs right there and stuffing for a gain of 2.
That's a handoff to Mendoza, the running back. And trying to go on the left side there. Wesson from the middle linebacker position. First one there to get him down.
Good read by the middle linebacker. So Kason Perez, number 18, the quarterback. And the running back is number
12.
Number 12.
Oh, sorry. No.
Mendoza?
Yes, 12.
All right, now they're in the shotgun eye, or the pistol. As the quarterback takes the snap, he's going to turn and pitch it, and the Bulldogs play it perfectly. And that's a loss of about 8.
And that's an experienced secondary for the Bulldogs. Every one of them came back this year, and that was Watkins. As soon as it came that way, he came across that line of scrimmage and the lineman wasn't even there yet to block him, and he made the tackle deep in the backfield.
So a big loss all the way back to the 15-yard line. Loss of about 8. So it'll be 3rd down and 15 for the Cavemen on their own 15. They're not huddling either. Number 45 is looking. Yeah, he starts to walk back now. I was worried about. All right, so he gets back in the slot. They're going to go trips this side, or Carlsbad. And the quarterback takes the snap. He's going to turn and run this direction. Bulldogs bearing down on him. Going to throw it over here. Number 34, he drops it, so it'll be 4th down for the Carlsbad Cavemen.
Good job by the quarterback. What, Perez? No. Yeah, Perez rolling to his left, threw it out there to Sandoval, hit him right in the hands wide open, and I think he did the same thing. He just felt the pressure, got his head turned around, and didn't make the catch.
Yeah, he was ready to run, and yep, just dropped it. All right, so the punting unit comes on for the Cavemen. Bulldogs should have great field position here. Back for Artesia is number 22, Josiah Rodriguez, and then back behind him is number 28 for the Bulldogs, Jesse Almendadas. Caveman punter in the end zone, about right on the goal line. Snap is back. It was a pretty good snap. Bulldogs block it. It's in the end zone. All they got to do is fall on it. They do. Touchdown, Artesia, number 11.
Grant Johnson breaks through, unblocked. The snap was low, so he took an extra step. Johnson blocks it, looks around for the ball, didn't know where it was, and then went and fell on it in the end zone.
And I tell you what, he blocked that like straight down. So what happened was it took one hop, and then it just spun in the end zone. A lot of times you block those, you know it's going to veer off and fly away, but he was so close and on top of it, he blocked it straight down.
And he did a good job. He always coached to go where the ball's going to be, not into the punter.
Yep.
And he did a good job with that, too. So first touchdown for the years is by the special teams.
So Grant Johnson, one of our linebackers, a junior, blocks it and falls on it.
I was going to say, Armendariz got some big shoes to fill from Sanchez last year. But, man, play like that, it's going to be hard to even show what he can do.
All right, we're going to have timeout on the field by the Bulldogs. So we'll go ahead and take one as well. Our first timeout. Artesia leads with 6:04 to go in the first quarter. 6-0, PAT coming.
Hi, Artesia. It's Cambria from your local KFC and Taco Bell. I have something special for all you Bulldog fans out there. Come by and try our new Bulldog Bucket. It's an 8-piece leg and thigh meal with a large mashed potato and gravy and coleslaw with 4 buttermilk biscuits for only $23.99. On Tuesdays, we also have our chicken fried steak special for just $4.99. As always, it's great to be a Bulldog. We hope to see you soon at your local Artesia, KFC, and Taco Bell.
All right, welcome back here to the football game. The Artesia Bulldogs in their swinging gate. And they're going to bring a man in motion. They're going to snap it and run this way. Going to throw it into the end zone. Touchdown or 2-point conversion is good.
And that's the center. And let me get him real quick, make sure I got it. Cody Johnson. He makes that snap, and then he released into the end zone. And Cazares, the quarterback, backup quarterback, threw it to him. Touchdown. I mean, extra conversion.
I said touchdown.
Yeah, it's conversion. I'm just excited to call him ball again.
I am too. 8-0 Bulldogs. Let's go ahead and take another break. There is 6:04 on the clock. I thought I said 6:01.
Why is it that everything is so difficult? You promise your kids ice cream only to find out the machine is down. Then there's only one checker at the store, and your babysitter cancels on the busiest day of the year. At Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia, we get it. Let us be the easy part of your week. Whether it's maintaining your existing vehicle in our GM certified service department or selecting and purchasing a new Chevrolet or GMC, we're here to assist you and make life easier, if only for a moment. So give us a call today or stop by here at the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at GuyChevy.com.
All right, welcome back to Carlsbad, New Mexico. The Artesia Bulldogs take the lead early in this football game, 8-0 with 6:04 left in the first period. Bulldogs will be kicking off, and here's Joby with the call.
Okay, so the Bulldogs waiting. They're getting ready to put the ball down. Jacob Parrish, I think, is our kicker. There it is. Here's his full number. So Parrish will be kicking off here, right in the middle on the X. Carlsbad gets that pick when we're going in to score, Robbie, but the Bulldog defense said, well, we'll just take care of that, and they block a punt and fall on it.
Defense looks 3 and out, or would have been 3 and out for the Caveman, block punt.
All right, here's the kick by Parrish. He's going to pooch it up right in the middle. That's going to fall, maybe. No, he comes up on it, does the running back, or the number 4. He gets around the corner, and the Bulldogs will chase him down, number 77 with the tackle.
That's number 4 carrying the ball for the Cavemen. Leos just caught it in the up back position and came to the left. And then for the Bulldogs, coming around to make that tackle was Marcus Soto.
All right, so a good run back there for the Caveman, and that's a spot where Parrish is trying to put it, trying to make him bobble it or something. He had to run a long ways to get it, but he did a good job, did Soto. Or who was it, the running back, number 4? Leos for the Caveman.
Well,
Soto made the tackle.
We had a Bulldog there, and he just flew by him and missed the tackle right when he caught it, but did a good job getting him.
All right, so offense is back on the field for the Cavemen at their own 42-yard line. Ball in the near hash. Sun is almost down now, so no sunlight on the field. Quarterback takes a look around. He's got a wide out in the slot to the far side, an X-back and a receiver to this side. They cut block. Good defense. Almost picked off. We're going to have a hold or something down there on the line, I think. Chop block.
We talked about the return in secondary. I'm going to say it again a few times this game. David Hammond over there, outstanding last year. Great play on him. Broke there, hit him in the hands, but I think the wide receiver, Peraz, did a good job of being the defender on that play, not letting Hammond have the interception. So the Bulldogs sitting, Joby, in an interesting defense. It would be a 5-2, but they're stacking the middle linebacker and then Rodriguez, the other linebacker, behind him. So I don't know that I've ever seen that defense before. It's a 5-man front with middle linebacker and a linebacker stacking behind him about 4 yards deep.
They're disguising what they're doing a little bit. And I was just watching the White Hat. He pointed toward, he called it a personal foul, illegal block, chop block, and then he pointed to the Bulldogs. So everybody was going,
yeah.
All the other officials were going, we're going that way, right? And he said, oh, yeah, go this way. So a loss of 15 on the penalty, first down and 25, back at their own 27-yard line, turn and hand it off. He's got to room around there, but what a great job by the safety coming up and making the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Again, that's Watkins coming up hard to make that tackle on Mendoza. It looked like he had some green out there to run from, but boy, Watkins closed quickly on him.
Yeah, he picks up about 3. It'll be second down and, well, I looked at the wrong thing up there. Ball's on the 31, 26 to go. That's not right. That's what it was, I guess. All right, so out to the 31 are the Cavemen. They got trips to the near side, which is the wide side of the football field. As number 18, the quarterback, is Perez. He'll take the snap. He's going to look this way. He got an out route. Now he's going to run away from pressure. Throws it down the field. It's caught down past the 50-yard line. And that's going to be a first down pickup.
Well, that's a good job by Perez. We're only rushing 3 that time. And so he felt a little pressure, rolled to his left, and Sandoval just kind of ran up the field and headed to the sideline and was able to get open before I
think Rodriguez made the tackle.
Yeah, Rodriguez tackled.
So the Carlsbad Cavemen on the Bulldog side of things now as they're at the Bulldog 46-yard line. Ball on the near hash as Perez in the shotgun. He's got Mendoza to his right. So he takes a look over the Bulldog defense. Brings a man in motion. Snap is back. Oh, there was some movement. Didn't call it. Throw it over there. If he had looked up, he'd have saw the pick, but come in for the hit. Incomplete.
Yeah, Watkins is closing fast like he did on that run play, coming in to make a big hit. The ball hit Ramirez in the hands and went up in the air. And if he saw it, he might have had a chance at it, but he was looking to lay the wood on him.
And he did, and honestly, he did a good job not getting called for something because he kind of laid off. He put his shoulder in him, but realized he didn't have the ball. Second down and 10 on the incompletion at the Bulldog 46-yard line. Ball near the near hash as the quarterback, Perez, will back up. He's got a running back behind him. It's Mendoza, I think. And the turn, hand it off to him. He goes on the right side, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards.
Boy, Garrity did a good job from his defensive tackle position, nose guard position, of just fighting off the block and being the first one to put a hit on the running back from Carlsbad.
So it'll be third down and 6 for the Cavemen. Actually, he got 5, so third down and 5 for the Cavemen. As they take a look over at the coach giving them the play. They have it huddled up. Marquise has huddled up a couple times, but really both teams going no huddle, but it's not a real fast no huddle for the Cavemen.
No, we're still in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're taking their time between. They're just not huddling up. All right, so the quarterback, once again, Kason Perez in the shotgun. Bulldogs look like they're showing a blitz. He'll take the snap. The Bulldogs do bring a blitz. I thought it was intercepted, but it was behind both the receiver and the back for the Bulldogs.
That was number 5 for the Cavemen, Perez. He just running an out route, and he slipped and fell down or tried to plant because the throw was behind him. And our corner, it was actually Armendariz who missed it too because it was so far behind both of them.
Yep. All right, 4th and 5. Carlsbad keeps their offense out there as the quarterback, Kason Perez, taking a look over to his coach. Well, all of them really are. So 4th down and 5. Play clock down to 13 and counting. He got trips kind of in a bunch set over to the far side, which is the wide side. Now they spread out a little bit. Kason, the quarterback, tries to draw the Bulldogs off sides. Now he takes a snap, drops and looks. He throws it over the middle. Oh, gosh. No, it's dropped up in the air, and Carlsbad comes down with it. Goes through the hands of us calling.
Oh, no.
It's at 28.
Yeah, it's Armendariz, boy. He broke in front of him, hit him right in the hands, and it went up high, and it went right to the receiver, Leos, for the first down.
Yeah, I think he was looking at the touchdown. I really do. I mean, sometimes, because it hit him, looked like he played it perfectly.
Yes.
He went for the pick, but as you said, went right through his hands, popped up in the air. So the old tip drill went to the offense. 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 25-yard line. Perez in the shotgun with Mendoza to his left. A formation look for Carlsbad. 2 slots, 2 wideouts. Snap is back. They bring the heat. They're going to throw it down the field, and it's going to be caught and touchdown Carlsbad.
That's a great adjustment by Castaneda as a wide receiver position because we had good coverage over there by Hammond, and Hammond had actually driven him out of bounds. And Castaneda came back in and caught that ball diving into the end zone.
That's a penalty, I believe. They're talking about it.
Yeah.
You can't go out of bounds and be the first one to touch it coming back in.
Well, depends on if he was forced out or not. Yeah, he was forced. I thought I saw Hammond just kind of jam him out of bounds. So it is a touchdown. But that's just a great play by Castaneda and a great throw by Perez.
So it's 8-6 with 3:31 to go here in the first quarter as Carlsbad answers. And they're still looking for a football. The kid with the football is over here behind them.
So one thing Carlsbad's doing on those pass plays is their offensive line is just trying to cut our defensive line onto the ground immediately, which is interesting.
All right, Carlsbad hustling another guy onto the field as they're set up to kick.
Sandoval's kicking.
Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up. And it is, I couldn't tell from here, good. So with 3:31 to go here in the first quarter, the score 8-7, Artesia over the Cavemen. We'll be right back.
There is a difference.
When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back here, folks. That scoring drive by the Carlsbad Cavemen took 8 plays, covered 58 yards. 25-yard touchdown pass from Perez to Castaneda. And those stats on behalf of our great statistician, Josh Howard, as he's with us again this year. So
I thought it was Stats Magoo.
Stats Magoo. So appreciate Josh giving us those stats. The score, Bulldogs 8, Carlsbad 7, as Carlsbad sets to kick off.
Lights on here. Sun is still back out behind us, but nowhere on the field as it's going down. Beautiful sunset here, I'm sure, back behind us. Sandoval doing the kicking. And here it comes. We're going to kick it deep again. We got an offsides on the Cavemen.
That was almost out of the end zone.
Yeah, he's got a leg. No doubt about it.
Why in the world would you be offsides when you got that good a kicker? Now he's going to kick in the end zone, so
I imagine Coach Moppin will have him kick it again. Looks like he told the players to stay out there.
Is he kicking straight on?
It looks like it.
That's old school.
Yeah. Well, we'll watch him this time.
Yeah, is he coming sideways? I don't know. Soccer style. So coming in tonight, preseason rankings, which mean absolutely nothing, but they're fun to talk about. Artesia Bulldogs coming in number 1, rightfully so, I think, with what they had returning. And somebody's got to knock them off before they're not number 1 in 5A. I mean, in 5A. And then Carlsbad coming in tonight ranked 12th preseason rankings. Both of those are max prep rankings, so usually what the NMAA goes by. So number 1 in 5A, number 12 in 6A.
Fisher will gather up his flag, and we'll do it all over again. He's got leg enough to go through, so we'll see if we get a chance for a return. He's waiting once again for the white hat. Now, there it is. There's permission. And here comes the kick. He's going to kick it deep again. Bulldogs have a chance this time. Going to run the starburst. Handed, come around the right side. Got good blocking in front of him. He's got speed. Oh, good job there by number 45. Robbie coming in and making that tackle for the Cavemen.
Yeah, that's Matt Kahn, last guy through the starburst. They handed it in, came up on the right side, and Diego Ramirez did a good job on coverage there for the Cavemen. First man there to help make the tackle.
All right, so it'll be Bulldog first down, starting at their 31-yard line on that return. And they'll go ahead and huddle up. So great football atmosphere. Got the bands, got the cheerleaders, got great fans on both sides.
Sun is setting with no...
It's hot.
Yeah, sun setting, no more sunlight to deal with on the field, but it is still hot.
It is still warm. All right, so the ball in the near hash. Estrada takes a look over the defense. Snap is back. He's going to look to throw it. And he throws a screen over to the left side and getting to the 40. Standing on his feet, dragging. That's a first down and about 12-yard pickup.
That's Duran, number 15 for the Bulldogs. Just coming back, catching that, getting what he can. I know Duran, I think he got first or second in the 100 meters at the state track meet. So one of the fastest kids in the state, at least in 5A. Playing wide receiver for the Bulldogs.
And they're giving him some room over there. The corner's about 7 yards off of him. Snap is back, going to run the draw. LaRock through the middle, still on his feet, to the 50, to 45, to the 40. Looking to gain more, and he's going to get inside the 40 down to about the 36-yard line.
So good call. Good adjustment, right? That the quick run game wasn't working. So they set him up. Linebackers drop back instead of stepping forward, and it opens some lanes for LaRock.
He did a great job cutting off blocks and then just making a good move downfield as he got through the linebackers. Trips to the far side, ball near the middle of the field. Estrada with the hard throw to that side. It's caught to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Artesia.
And there's the question that a lot of people had for Artesia coming in is the slot position. And that's Matt Kahn, number 85, just running a great route. Estrada threw it, a strike to him between everybody. And Kahn turned to his left, and his speed took him up the sideline into the end zone.
Ethan.
Matt's his dad. Oh, Matt. Yeah, Ethan. You're right.
We do that a lot, though. We got
You're
a lot
welcome.
of players coming back.
Yeah, you're welcome, Matt. I'm giving you credit.
From their dads.
Yes.
And from their granddads, some of them.
So, yeah, Ethan Kahn. Sorry about that.
No,
Thank
no
you.
worries. I didn't catch it, or Stats Magoo did. All right, we're going to line up and go for 2 this time. It is 14-7. Snap back, handed to LaRock. He's going to break into the middle, and will he get there? They didn't give the sign. He didn't get in.
That was a good job by Carlsbad. It looked like he got stood up at the 1-yard line, and they tried to start pushing him over, and everybody started joining the pile, and Carlsbad won the push.
So with 2:59 to go here in the first quarter, the score now 14-7, Artesia. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hey, truck enthusiasts, Maria and Brisa here. Rev up your truck season at St. Brown's Auto Group. Get $6,500 off. Enthusiasts, Maria and Brisa here. Rev up your truck season at St. Brown's Auto Group. Get $6,500 off 23 model year trucks. It's dreamy. Whether you're conquering the oil fields or navigating city streets, your ideal rental rates. Financing? We're pros. Drive your dream truck without breaking the bank. But hurry, these deals down here September 5th. Swing on by or visit us at www.tapebranch.com now. Tape Branch Auto Group, where your truck dreams ignite and adventure starts.
The lead 8-7. They stretched that lead to 14-7 after that 4-play, 69-yard drive, 41-yard pass from Estrada to Kahn. They did not get the conversion. So 14-7, Bulldogs lead, 2:59 left. Joby, the first quarter.
It feels like it's been a long first quarter. I don't know if it really has in time. Well,
yeah, I don't either.
7:36, been about 35 minutes.
Yeah.
They got a little late start, but all right, so Parrish will line it up right on the X again. Let's see if he moves it around this time or if he puts it right back in the middle. They're definitely playing up this time. There's an up back that there's a back in the middle that has dropped back kind of in that hole because back there he had to run and get it the first time through. Here comes the kick. He's going to go to this side. That's in no man's land. The ball's going to hit the ground, and it'll get out of bounds. Let's see if they take it or if they make us kick it again.
Well, that's exactly what the Bulldogs are trying to do is just kick it over towards the sideline, in between everybody, and chase that ball down. It just took one hop and went out of bounds.
So they're going to go ahead and take the penalty. Artesia likes when those things happen. They'll try that starburst. Most teams will do what Carlsbad's doing. They'll get the ball out on the 35-yard line. And they're going to put it, well, they don't have a Carlsbad ball yet.
One thing in first game of the year, you worry, concerned about the shape of the players. They've gone through 2-a-days. Of course, they had 7-on-7, but still, it's different putting the pads on, playing Friday night, playing a whole football game while you're hitting again. And so we'll see the conditioning of each team and where each one is towards the third and fourth quarter tonight.
True story. And then plus, you said it, it's so hot. All right, so Carlsbad's Perez back in the shotgun. Mendoza over to his right. Man in motion is number 45. Going to fake the handoff. Bulldogs right there. Ball in the air. Get it. Oh, they're going to call it an incomplete pass. He kind of pitched it forward.
Yeah, it looked like a shuttle pass, but the Bulldogs, the outside linebackers walked up that time. 3-man front. The linebacker shot the gap and was in his face. So he tried to like almost a shuttle pass or pitch it, like you said, forward. And so that's an incomplete pass.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Cavemen at their own 35-yard line. They're not putting, you notice they're not putting the ball on the hash. Maybe they haven't been doing that for a while, but they're putting it just inside the hash every time when they put it at a hash. Ball near the near hash here from us in the press box. As Carlsbad once again taking a look over the coach to get the play. They got 7 seconds now down on the play clock, so they'll get back in the pistol formation. Mendoza behind Perez in the shotgun. Snap is back. He hands it off, and the Bulldogs were there for a minute, and they will pick up about 2 yards.
Well, Armadillo came flying in there, and they had an arm out there, but not able to arm tackle him. And then, who was it?
Kellen Worley was in on that tackle as well, number 65. So 3rd and 7. He picks up 3. on the momentum forward. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger run, but a good job there by the Bulldog defense. So 3rd down and 7 as they break the huddle. They got twins over to the far side. Back in that stack formation in the shotgun, pistol formation. Perez taking a look. Snap is back, going to turn and throw it over there to the far side. Bulldogs, he's going to get the first down and more as he gets pushed out of bounds, but that was a good play right there. The Bulldogs were playing way off. They brought a stunt from that side, and so a good play.
Yeah, walking that corner all the way in, expecting to run. Did a good job of throwing it back out to the receiver that he was covering, number 4, Leos, and he caught it, and Watkins able to force him out of bounds, but not before he got the first down.
So out to their 49-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Carlsbad Cavemen. We're down to 2:09 to go here in the first quarter. 14-7 if you're joining us. Bulldogs with the lead. Perez in the shotgun takes a snap. Going to run a little counter to Mendoza. Boy, he was hit in the backfield, and the tackler didn't get him wrapped up, but he hit him so hard he knocked him down.
I don't know who that was. I couldn't tell who that was. Could you?
I think it was the safety coming. Well, I think it was actually maybe Worley. Was it a safety coming up? Armendariz?
Yeah, Armendariz coming up.
So a loss of 1 on the little counter. It's Carlsbad again looking. Boy, their receiver over there's lined up off sides, it looks like. He never looked at that official. Now he backs up. Snap is back. Quarterback's going to look for a screen. Bulldogs recognized it for a minute. Boom, come up and make the hit. Good job there. And that's the middle linebacker for Artesia, isn't it?
No, that's Huffman, number 49. Recognizing that screen. I tell you what, the linemen did a good job recognizing it, so they slowed their rush down a little bit, which threw the timing of the playoff. And then when he threw that up there, Huffman did a good job of closing and coming and making the tackle.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down and close to 10. It's a little past 10, but we'll call it 3rd and a long 10 for the Cavemen at their own 48-yard line. Again, looking into the coaching staff. They got plenty of time on the play clock, not under 10 yet. As Perez has Mendoza kind of up front of him to his left. Takes a look. Stacked receivers on this side. Snap is back. Bulldogs rush 5. There's going to be a whistle. Was it the offsides? As a false start on those receivers. They were still kind of moving around in that stacked position.
Yeah, they didn't get set. What?
Did you say that?
Yeah, so they're stacking those receivers just almost to the sideline on both sides. And the left side, as you said, they just didn't get set in time for the play to start.
So a 5-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 15, a long 15. And really, it's 3rd and 16, the way they were bunched up over there. So 3rd down and 16 at their own 43. Ball on the far hash. The receiving core still kind of milling this direction to Coach Sanders.
Carlsbad just looks confused.
They got plenty of time on the play clock, so they're taking their time. Down under 12, 11. So they got trips to this side. Quarterback Perez with Mendoza to his left. Snap is back. Bulldogs rush 3. Getting some pressure there. Going to throw it out here. Caught by Mendoza. Immediately hit and tackled by Rodriguez.
Yes, absolutely. They're playing coverage there. The Bulldogs are. They're dropping 8 back, just sitting in their zones. Left him open. But as soon as that ball's in the air, Rodriguez closed quickly, so he caught it and made the tackle.
So the only punt of the ball game that we've seen happen in this quarter, it was blocked, and then a touchdown for the Bulldogs. We're going to see another punt here by Mendoza. He's right. No, 34 for Carlsbad. Sandoval. As he comes back, get ready to punt the ball. We're down to 30 seconds and counting. They can run it down under 20 if they choose to at the play clock. Snap is back. Pretty good snap. He's going to be a runner. He's going to run. Will he get there? He will not. It'll be 1st down Bulldogs at their own 45-yard line.
The Sandoval took off. That was a fake all the way. And he had a lot of field, and Watkins, again, comes up and he gets one leg. He hits one leg, throws him off balance, and keeps him short of that 1st down. That was a great play by Watkins. That's not easy to do.
That's a hard play to make. I was just going to say that same thing. Very difficult play to make, but he makes it. He cuts out one leg, and so you can't run on one. Down he goes. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs with 16.9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. A formation look for the Bulldogs. They're playing those 2 safeties over the top or Carlsbad. Walking the linebacker up, going to turn, hand it off to LaRock. He picks his way into the defense. He's going to pick up a 1st down, pick up of about 10, maybe 11.
Now we're seeing the offensive line begin to get their stride They were driving their guys backwards. LaRock was running with them as they were driving their guys back, and nobody even touched until 8 or 9 yards down the field.
All right, we still got 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and Estrada's turned around looking. I think we're going to let it go to the second quarter here. So that will do it. 14-7 Artesia with no time on the clock here in the first quarter. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com.
Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, are here for all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
Welcome back, everybody. 2023 Artesia Bulldog football season beginning tonight here in Carlsbad, Eddy County rivalry. Joby, 45 minutes, 1 quarter down. How do you feel like that first quarter went?
Well, kind of what I expected. Both teams had some early season stuff. Not a real high-scoring affair. We saw a block punt. You don't get to see a lot of those. Good job by the Bulldog defense. But right now, the Bulldogs back on the field for offense. Flipped ends, now going to the north are the Bulldogs. A formation ball in the near hash with Estrada in the backfield. LaRock to his right. Snap is back, going to hand it to him. He's got a hole. He's to the 40. Makes a man miss. He's to the 35 inside there to about the 33-yard line.
Good job again. He had 5 yards before anybody was even on him. What a good move on a caveman. LaRock coming in tonight had 626 yards rushing last year. Now he's a senior this year, so we're seeing some of that right now, that experience and that explosiveness from him.
Bulldogs right back on the ball. Trips to the far side, which is the wide side of the field. They're going to press coverage over here, but they do have on our one receiver on this side. And Nye calls a audible. Let's see what they do here. They got press coverage everywhere. They're going to bring the house. Nye still looking around. I think he called a audible for the line. Now he's doing it again. Him and LaRock talking about it. Snap is back. They're going to run right by him. He's got a touchdown. Bulldogs, 5, touchdown, Artesia.
And there's the speed from Duran right there, number 85 for the Bulldogs, senior receiver. You're going to press him with no safety. He's going to blow right by most guys in the state, and he was 10 yards behind him. Perfect throw by Estrada.
Yeah, and I called it early, but I called it early because I could see it.
Yes.
It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
It happened perfectly. Great throw, as Robbie said. Estrada puts it on the mark, catches it at the 5-yard line. He waltzes in. 20-7, Artesia. 11:26 to go here in the second quarter. I almost said first. Man in motion on the swinging gate. They're going to swing out of it. Line up to kick. Kicking for the Bulldogs is number 20, Philip Finley. Carlsbad getting a man off late, but they get him off, I think, up the field. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is going to be no good.
They ran into Finley.
They did, and I don't see a penalty flag anywhere.
I mean, they hit his plant leg. Ran right into his plant leg.
Yeah, no, and the Coach Maupin is out there saying, what just happened? You didn't call a penalty. He ran into my kicker. All right, so it looks like Phillip is okay walking off the sideline. Coach Maupin out there talking to him. We'll go ahead and take a break. Artesia 20-7 over the Caveman. 11:26 to go here in the second quarter.
Wilbanks Trucking Services in Artesia is seeking dedicated and motivated individuals to join their team. Immediate openings include CDL drivers with pay starting at $25 to $33 per hour depending on experience. Riggers with pay starting at $20 per hour and open positions for lease operators. Wilbanks Trucking Services offers full benefits including medical, dental, vision, 401k, and housing for out-of-town employees. For more information on career opportunities, please call 575-746-6318 or online at wilbanks.us. Wilbanks Trucking Services is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back, folks. That Artesia Bulldog scoring drive, 3 plays, covered 55 yards, topped off by a 33-yard touchdown pass from Estrada to Kahn. Bulldogs lead 20-7 with 11:26 there in the second period. Here's Joby.
All right, so Parrish on again to do the kicking honors. He kicked it in the middle, short. his first kick. This second kick was over to the left side. Let's see what he does here. He's going to go to the right side this time. Coming up and catching it at the 21 is the Carlsbad back. He's running backwards, which you shouldn't do against this defensive. He's all the way back to the 5-yard line. The Artesia Bulldogs were there and there a lot.
That was Castaneda, and he probably wishes he would have just gone up that left sideline. He tried to come across the field. They probably had the return set up over here, and he was trying to cross the field. There's too much speed on the field by the Bulldogs. There was 3 of them there. He tried to turn around, and Rodriguez came and just absolutely took him out.
Yeah, he started running backwards, and I knew that spelled trouble right then. I was like, uh-oh, this isn't going to be good for Cavemen.
And of all people to hit you, Rodriguez, boy, he will lay you out, too. And he had a full steam ahead.
He caught that.
Full head of steam.
He did. And he caught that at the 21, so he backtracked 16 yards when he was blasted. So it'll be at their own 7-yard line for the Cavemen. 11:19 to go here in the first half. 20-7, Artesia. And I noticed a while ago I said 20-7, so I might have thought I said 27. No. Bulldogs leading 20-7. Perez in the backfield, in the shotgun, takes a snap, going to run that counter. Mendoza with the ball, and he is hit and driven into the ground. Holy cow. That's what you call a form tackle and then drive them in.
Senior linebacker Diego Weston read that perfectly, stepped into the hole, got a hold on him, form tackle, and drove him backwards into the turf.
Wow. All right, so it'll be a loss of 1, second down and 11 now for the Cavemen, back to their 6-yard line. They're bunching up a little bit now down here in their own shadow of their end zone. They're not quite as spread out as they have been most of the game. Down to 11 seconds on the play clock as they continue to look over to the sideline to get their play. Now down to 5, 3, 2. They're going to call a timeout.
Yeah.
Coach recognized it. Players did not. All right, we'll take a timeout as well. Robbie, you know what? Let's keep it right here. 10:30 to go here in the first half. This game has been now, we're 50 minutes in, 5-0, and we just got the second quarter started.
Big difference in the game and special teams. Talked about it with Coach Maupin yesterday. If you saw the pregame interview, as we talked about things, the yards inside the game, yards inside the yards is the special team yards. And a lot of those don't show up on your offensive stats. They don't show up, and they may cut down your offensive stats if your special teams is doing well, like blocking a punt and scoring a touchdown. Offense doesn't get any stats for that necessarily, but even this play right here, special teams making the tackle on the 6-yard line and really tightening up Carlsbad offense makes it more difficult for them, but they got to go the length of the field, 94 yards, and that's off the special teams.
And there was a third special team play where they tried to fake punt.
Yes.
And one of our upbacks comes up and makes a first down saving tackle. And so you're right, special teams all about it here tonight for the Bulldogs. All right, so it'll be second down and 11 as they come out of the timeout. Back to the stack formation. They do have a slot and a wide out to the short side of the field, which is the wide side, or the short side is far over there across from us. Perez in the shotgun. Mendoza behind him, takes a snap. He'll hold on to the ball. He's going to throw it. Bulldogs right there, and they knock it down. Good defense there by the Bulldogs.
Just trying that play action, pull the linebackers up, trying to hit number 7, Smith. And Finley did a great job. There was other Bulldogs there, but Finley's the one that went up and knocked the ball down.
So it'll be third down and 11 for the Cavemen as they're swapping a couple of guys. But they're looking over to, now the officials are having a timeout again. The clock did stop on the incomplete pass, but they're talking about something over here. It's too late to call the pass interference. That might have been what they were, because I saw the coaching staff, I think, were hollering for a pass interference. It looked pretty good from our angle, Robbie.
Yeah.
Didn't look like they were there earlier or anything, but no penalty down, so they'll get ready with the officials. And with 10:26 to go here in the first half, Bulldog defense coming in against the 3rd and 11 in the shadow of their end zone, Carlsbad's end zone. Snap is back, going to fake the handoff, throw it over to the far side. Nobody there. That's an interception by Artesia, number 21 with the pick.
Trying to get it to... That's Castaneda over there on that left side. Again, fake it to Sandoval coming in motion, across formation, trying to throw it back over there, threw it behind him. And David Hammond with a diving interception. He was in the air, caught it, pulled it in, hit the ground, and held on to it.
Miscommunication looked like on the Carlsbad side of things. Castaneda didn't look like he knew the ball was coming to him. He didn't even make an attempt for it. And you're right. Hammond saw it at the last second. He dove and caught it. All right, so right there, turnover. Bulldogs, 1st and 10 at the Carlsbad Cavemen 15-yard line. as LaRock will be to the right side of Estrada in the backfield in the shotgun, A formation. They are in a man-to-man look on this left side. Estrada takes a snap. He's going to hand it off. LaRock breaks through. Oh, I thought he was going to break through. Good job there by Carlsbad, swallowing him up and tackling him.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to break it out on the left side over here. And Wells, number 45. Yeah, number 45. Wells came up and made that tackle. He closed quickly and good tackle on LaRock.
I really thought there was a seam there, and there was for just a second. And then Wells closed in, as you said, and wraps him up and takes him to the ground. So loss of about a half a yard. It'll be second down and a long 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs at about the 15.5-yard line. They take a minute to get. They're going to go back to a huddle, or the Bulldogs, and there's only 9 seconds on the clock here. So a little bit of confusion looks like for the Bulldogs, down to 5.
You see a timeout
and
here.
We may see a timeout coming as Coach Maupin is looking at the official over there, and he says timeout right at 1 second. So a timeout is called. We'll go ahead and take the timeout as well. Artesia 20, Carlsbad 7. 9:34 to go here in the second quarter.
Home health care is health care in the comfort of your own home when you cannot care for yourself. Home care services can help someone who has chronic health issues, medical setbacks, or health impairments. J&J has the best skilled nurses and therapists for any of your special needs. So why pick a stranger to care for those you love when you can pick your beloved neighbor with over 25 years of experience? J&J Home Care is here for all your home care needs. Call us now at 575-746-2892 or visit us at www.jjhc.org.
I was watching a video today, YouTube video, and it was in a subway, and just a subway singer was down there, and he started Sweet Caroline, which you can hear playing right now. And everybody waiting on the train joined in and did exactly what the crowd's doing right now with Sweet Caroline. I think it's
universal
all over the world.
Universal.
Yes.
All right, second down and a long 10 for the Bulldogs coming out of that timeout. Took a little bit of time there, a little confusion, I think, on the Bulldog offense. Trips to the wide side, one man to the near side, as Estrada takes a look over the defense. Snap is back, fakes the handoff. He's going to throw it over the top, and that's wide open, and that is a touchdown, Artesia.
Well, those are difficult to catch when you're that wide open. Galindo was left all alone. They pumped it to the right. He drew up the defender to the right on the short guy, and Galindo just went by him and waited on that ball for about 4 seconds in the corner of the end zone.
he was standing back there just going, I don't want to drop
this. I know, don't drop it, don't drop it.
And he did not. All right, swinging gate once again. Let's see if they go for it to get that even football number. They send a man in motion. Now they're going to come across, line up for the PAT. They can still fake it here, but likelihood they'll go ahead and kick it into the regular formation. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up. Look good from here, and it was 27-7, Artesia with 9:29 to go in the first half. The Bulldogs with a 20-point lead. We'll be back after this timeout.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. But everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back to Carlsbad, New Mexico. High school football action. First game of the year for both these teams, Artesia Bulldogs, Carlsbad Cavemen. Eddy County rivalry, Joby, and the Bulldogs starting to pull away here a little bit right now. They have the momentum. Let's just put it that way. It can always change. But as they scored on that two-play drive, covered 15 yards, 15-yard pass from Estrada to Galindo. The kick was good. So the Bulldogs now lead the Cavemen 27-7 with 9:29 left here in the second period.
All right, so Parrish will tee it up right on the X, middle of the field. Bulldogs again going from the south to the north here at Ralph Boyer Stadium. He takes a look over to the sideline. They may be telling him where they want him to kick it. As the coaching staff looked over the defense or the kickoff return team, and here's the kick. Shallow right side, and they're going to call a fair catch. That'll be caught at about the 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 there for the Cavemen.
Yeah, so they've been talking to him probably on the sideline about that. If they're going to kick it over there, just take the yardage. That was Dowdy, number 16. Fair catch for the Caveman.
That's what your good special teams will do to a team.
Yes, it will. You're right.
You know, you generally speaking, you don't want to fair catch that ball, but you're just going to take some mistakes out of the game, especially in the first game of the year. And Carlsbad does that, and that just guarantees good field position there, and so they do a good job with that. So it'll be 1st and 10 for them at their own 28-yard line. Ball on the far hash from us here in the press box. As Carlsbad huddled on the sideline, breaks the huddle, they'll come out. By the way, if you're watching on the radio, all blue unis for the Cavemen with white numbers and silver helmets. Bulldogs, I'm going to let Robbie talk about their unis here in just a minute. 1st and 10, Carlsbad. Perez in the shotgun. He's got, I think, Mendoza to his right. Tight formation, one wide receiver. Snap is back. It was low. He hands it off to Mendoza. Goes on the left side. He's going to pull forward, pick up maybe 5.
Good job again by the middle linebacker for the Bulldogs. As Wesson read that, stepped over, met him in the hole. Armin Dares came over to help on that tackle, along with number 65 for the Bulldogs, which is Worley.
So you want to? Well, they're gonna take their time. So okay, so white unis for the Bulldogs, but they got black numbers outlined in orange, wearing black socks, and of course, the orange helmets. As Carlsbad getting ready to go here, again, kind of a tight formation, double X back, running back to the left. Perez in the shotgun. That's Mendoza to his left. Snap is back on the turn, hand it off to him. Lead this way, do a good job leading out there, and he's going to pick up close to the first down. Looks like he probably got it.
Good job. There's defensive discipline there. Johnson, from his end position, cut that play in, and then number 22, Rodriguez, comes in, wraps him up. Finley Rascon comes off the block and also helps with that tackle. Great defense by the Bulldogs.
Well, but it is a first down, but it was good defense the way it is.
It looked like it's going to get more.
Right. You're right. Yes. All right, so it'll be first down. They're going to go back on either side of Perez now in the shotgun. Wide receiver on both sides. Snap is back, handed off to Mendoza on the left side. He's going to break into the middle of the Bulldog defense and pick up about 5 yards.
So it looks like they're going to the running game now. They came out trying to throw and have not been really successful. They had the one long pass completion for the touchdown. But other than that, the Bulldogs have shut them down, so now they're just kind of forcing their muscle. Offensive line had to push that time for the Cavemen.
All right, back to a little bit of a spread look. They're in that pistol formation with the quarterback Perez in the shotgun, Mendoza behind him, slotting it wide out to the near side. Ball pretty much in the middle of the field as the Bulldogs bobble around a little bit there defensively. Turn, hand it off to Mendoza. He's going to be hit and tackled after a pickup of about 2.
Good job by Wesson. There was a big hole there. Wesson plugged the hole and was able to wrap him up. Grantham came over and helped him make the tackle.
3rd down and 1 for the Cavemen. Again, no huddle, but they're taking their time, looking over the coach to get the play, and now he's signaling it in. Again, plenty of time here for them as they got 22 seconds on the play clock as it ticks down here. So 3rd and short, not even really full 1 based on where the yard marker is over there. Perez in the shotgun. Or that's not, is that Perez? Snap is back. Yeah, it was. And the Bulldogs are going to keep him from getting the first. That's a loss of at least 1, maybe 2.
Armin Dares came across that line. He created havoc back there. There's linemen pulling, trying to get out there, and he just made a pile there. And Johnson came in and helped him make the tackle in the backfield.
So a loss of almost 2. It's 4th down and 2 on their side of the field. They're at the 48-yard line. Looks like he's going to keep his offense out there with a 4th and 2. And I honestly can't blame him right here. They've run the ball pretty effectively against the defense. So to get 2, but they tried to get a half a yard and we've stuffed them back. We'll see what the Bulldogs can do here. They're going to spread it out. Got an A formation look. Perez with Mendoza behind him. Snap is back. He hands it off to Mendoza. He's got the first and more. As he doesn't go down, he's going to have to be chased down. He's all the way down to the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs.
That's what happens on those 4th and shorts a lot of times. We sell out for it. Blitz both the outside linebackers from the outside. Mendoza found the lane on the inside, and there's no linebackers there, so got down the field till Rascon. Finley Rascon came and caught him from behind.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cavemen at the Bulldog 32-yard line. Big pickup there on 4th and 2. And Bulldog defense now kind of cheating up quite a bit. Those safeties have been pulling closer and closer this drive as they're running the ball every play. Have not thrown it on this drive.
We got 9 guys on the line of scrimmage.
Playing press defense on trips. Safety is up behind, almost playing linebacker. That looked like a false start. Going to throw it deep down the sideline. It's going to be intercepted, but he was probably out of bounds, and he was.
Well, you can't have any better coverage than that. Finley had inside coverage, and he won't turn around. I don't know who that receiver is, number 5?
I believe so.
Is that right? So they're just going, it's a go route by Perez, and he's going down, and Finley had perfect position, read his eyes, and turned around, found the ball, and just caught it in front of him, but like you said, out of bounds. But that was picture perfect by Finley.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the Cavemen at the Bulldog 32-yard line. Ball in the near hash as they look over and get their play. Perez in the backfield. They're going to come in a little bunch set here now. They got trips bunched up on the left side, which is the wide side of the field. Bulldogs are bunched up too. Everybody down in the box almost. Turn to hand it off. Mendoza's right there, and he is swallowed by the Bulldog defense.
Nowhere to go. Fisher's in there making the tackle for the Bulldogs. Number 49, Huffman's in there. Just nowhere to go that time. Is what the bunch route, what it does, our press coverage is so good. Picture perfect by Finley last time. So you bunch them up so they try to confuse your man coverage. And that time they're trying to run out of it. That's what they're doing in that bunch route.
So the Bulldogs looking kind of normal here defensively, but they're waiting for Carlsbad to get into their offensive set as we're down under 20 seconds on the play clock. 5:14 and counting, and that's one of the things, you said it, they quit throwing the ball, so that's making the half speed up. All right, so once again, they got a formation look. Mendoza over to the right side. Perez in the backfield, shotgun. He takes a look over to the left. Snap is back. He's going to turn and looked like he wanted to run with it. Now he's looking to throw it. He's going to throw it down the field, and that's going to be incomplete.
Trying to hit number 12, which is Mendoza for the Cavemen. But again, Finley, perfect coverage, would not let him release as he threw it deep and no one was near it.
So 4th down and 12 now at the Bulldog 32-yard line. 4:53 to go here in the first half. 27-7, Artesia with the lead, and a timeout taken by Carlsbad. And so we're going to keep it right here as they'll take a timeout here to decide what they want to do. Their kicker, as we've seen, has a big leg.
Yeah.
Maybe he says, let's go ahead and kick it and get within 17 going in, or, here in the second quarter. But
pretty good breeze blowing in his face, though, right now.
Yeah, that's what I was, yeah.
Is that what you were getting to?
Cut you off? Oh, that's okay. You see, we're thinking each other's thoughts, which is a little scary.
For you.
For me. I don't want to think like a preacher. What am I thinking?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it's, yeah, I know. I know some other guys. I'm just digging myself a hole.
Yeah, keep digging.
4:46 to go here in the first half. Artesia 27, Carlsbad 7. Carlsbad talking about what they want to do here with 4th and 12. So speculate, Robbie. What do you do if you're Carlsbad? Just your own speculation.
4th and 12. I think you want to get it to Sandoval. He's a powerful player, explosive player. They haven't been able to do anything else, so maybe get it into number 34's hands or get it down the field to him and let him break a tackle. Something like that right now. They got to throw the ball. They haven't run it for 12 yards other than that 4th down play where we blitzed everybody. So I would try to throw it down and let one of your playmakers do something.
All right, Sandoval wide out on the far side, which is the wide side. He's got trips over there. He's one of the trips. One man to the near side, which is number 4, guarded by Rascon. He's going to try to throw a wheel route, nowhere to go, and he gets the first down right at the marker as he cut off his route, and that's first down, pick up 13.
And that's Sandoval. Sandoval found an empty spot in that zone coverage by the Bulldogs. Great throw by Perez, rolling to his left, and made a good throw. So first down, Caveman.
I thought he was going to keep going. He just cut it off. I think you said it perfectly. He fell right into the middle of that zone where there was a hole. All right, so 1st and 10, Carlsbad at the Bulldog 21-yard line. Needed 12. He got 13. Set down there on the other side, on the positive side of the first down marker, did Mendoza. All right, or no. I just lost his name in my brain.
Sandoval.
All right, Sandoval. Here's the handoff, and boy, Sandoval is eaten in the backfield by Rodriguez.
Well, that's just that's a scouting defensive call right there. When Mendoza goes in motion, cross formation, the linebacker on the side he's coming to immediately blitzes. Rodriguez did that. They hand it to him. Rodriguez just wraps him up and takes him down for a loss. That's great coaching right there.
And I'm going to tell you something about him. He looks a lot like his dad, who I played with, Nooney Rodriguez. And Nooney always played, I think, in the secondary. They've dropped his son down to linebacker. What a play.
Yes.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down after the loss of 7, or actually 8, 7. 2nd down at 17. A formation look. Snap back, turn, hand it off. He faked the handoff. Perez rolling. He's going to get it away. And did he catch it in bounds? He says he did. Good job there by the Carlsbad receiver to keep a foot planted.
Yeah, that's Leos over there. Boy, did a good job. Good throw again by Perez. We said they came out running, but now they're coming back throwing right now a little bit. Picked up that 4th down, and then now to Leos over here. Laid him out. Great catch. Finley was right there.
Yeah,
Right
that ball was thrown where nobody could catch it but the receiver.
Yeah.
And he got his feet in, diving out of bounds to make the play.
Great way to put it.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down now and 8 for the Cavemen, as they got all that loss back plus 2. So a pickup of 10 as Perez takes a look over the defense. They've got it stacked that side. I see all the schoolhouse and the kitchen sink going to the wide side of the field. Snap is back. He fumbles it. Bulldogs are going to have to hurry. He's going to throw it. It's going to be called. Dropped. It'll be an incomplete pass. Boy, that was a touchdown if he had caught it.
That was a broken play as the snap came and he dropped it. So he picked it up, rolled to his right away from it. Looked like where he wanted to go. And number 45 was coming across formation. Ramirez, and he was behind everybody. Hit him right in the hands. He could have walked in the end zone, and he dropped it.
We've seen 2 or 3 of those tonight by both teams. So, again, early season. Maybe you don't see that later in the season, but it's a big game, and just knew he was fixing to go in for a score and just come out of his hands.
When you knew what happened by the groan of the Carlsbad crowd.
Yeah. And they groaned twice when the ball was fumbled. And then they cheered, and then they groaned again.
All right, 4th down.
4th down and 8 at the Bulldog 19-yard line. Penalty flag comes in, and that's because it's a delay game against the Cavemen.
That's tough.
That backs them up 5. It'll be 4th down and 13.
Yeah, 4th and 8, 4th and 13. You'd like to say it's not that big a difference, but I think it is. How about you?
I think it is too, and because it's 5 yards, but also because it's mental. It's a mental thing, you know.
That's
You're
what I'm
inside
thinking.
10 yards, and all of a sudden now we're 13 yards, you're double digits.
Yeah, I think that it's ingrained in you that 10 yards at a time. Anything past that seems long.
All right, so again, getting their play from the sideline is Carlsbad. 3:28 to go here in the first half. Artesia 27, Carlsbad 7. But Carlsbad threatening, but 4th and 13. I said a lot of butts there. All right, here we go. Perez in the backfield takes a snap. He's going to throw. And he throws it in the ground, but that's a backward pass. Go get him. They counted on that. It's going to be underthrown back there. That was a designed play to get the Bulldogs to stop pursuing.
That was a designed play to throw it into the turf to Sandoval over there on the left, throwing it backwards, and he can pick it up and then throw it, which is what he tried to do. Watkins had the receiver covered, but all of that turnover on downs, so Bulldog football.
Bulldog football at their own 24-yard line, So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldog offense with 3:21 to go, which is like they could score 6 times in the next 3 minutes if they get the ball back. So a long time here for the Bulldog offense. 27-7, Artesia with the 20-point lead as the wideout and the slots both break out for the Bulldogs first. Now the offense up there with them. The rock to the right of Nia Estrada, man in motion, going to fake that handoff. Double reverse. Number 17 is going to go that way. Still on his feet. 30, 35, still on his feet. 40, 45, 50, 40, 30. He's going a long way down the field. Cuts inside, and there's a touchdown, Artesia. No penalty flags down that I see, Robbie. And that's a score for the Artesia Bulldogs.
Kazaris, number 17, double reverse for the Bulldogs. Boy, Maupin pulling out the stops there. And once he got past the line of scrimmage, which he made a good move there. There was a Caveman there. Then he had blocking all the way down the field, and he set up his blocks perfectly, and he showed his speed right there, too, as a junior.
By the way, that's our backup quarterback playing slot. He started there tonight. He's been playing there all night long, and he just had a tremendous run on that reverse, double reverse. And they're in the swinging gate are the Bulldogs. Man in motion, number 88. Now they'll swing out of it, go back to the normal PAT. All right, so he is lining up. Finley. Snap is back. It's a good snap. Kick is up. And it hit the goalpost and goes off to the right. So 33-7 is our score here. 3:07 to go in the first half. Artesia with that lead.
So after the defensive stop for the Artesia Bulldogs deep in their own territory, I guess, they come back with a one-play drive, 76 yards, run by Cazares. The extra point is no good. And as Joby said, Bulldogs lead 33-7 with 3:07 left here before the half.
So we were talking about special teams and how well they're playing, but one of the places I know we're going to see improvement over the year for the Bulldogs is right there on our special teams, PAT and extra points, whether you go for 2 or whatever. Probably right now is our weakest point in this ball game, to be honest with you.
It's interesting to me. Parrish is such a great kicker for the Bulldogs, has been for a couple of years now, that he doesn't kick the extra points too, because Greathouse did it last year and did a superb job last year. So the new kicker this year in Finley doing it. So first game for him and the whole team, right? The extra point team and the hold, because Zaris is holding for him. So just we'll get it down, like you said, work it out. In a game like this, you're looking for those places to work on, and that is one of them.
My guess, knowing our coaching staff who are tremendous, they're going to have plenty to work on. But from our standpoint, pretty good game. You scored 33 points in the first half. You're up by 26, so 4 touchdowns, and there's still 3 minutes to go. So a lot of time here to play in the first half. Parrish on to do the kicking, and the kick, he's going to kick it over the right side, a little deeper this time. It's going to be fielded back at the 18. And coming this direction for that setup over here. Boy, what a great open field tackle. Stayed in his lane and then made the tackle.
I don't know why he keeps trying to do that. He keeps trying to come back to the middle of the field, and he doesn't. They don't have the speed to do that against our kickoff team, because David Hammond came flying down there, got rid of a block, and made the solo tackle.
Yeah, and it looked good, too, because that's hard to do. Again, we've talked about that open field tackle when the guy's coming straight at you.
Yeah.
They can make it. It's hard. It's just hard to break down and make tackle, but he did the right thing. He went low, took a leg out, and it's hard to run on one leg. Somebody said that earlier.
Well, I will say this, again, in the pregame, Moppin said one of the things they're watching is the tackling, because you don't have a lot of full-on contact tackling going on. In the first game last year, we missed, I think he said, 19 tackles. And so they were really looking for the Bulldogs to cut that down this year in the first game, and I think they have.
Yeah,
we're not counting,
we're not counting, but I think you're right. Not missing too many tackles here for the Bulldog defense or special teams, as we pointed out. All right, Carlsbad's ball on their own 23-yard line, right in the middle of the field. Perez in the shotgun. He's got Mendoza behind him in the stack, or the pistol, as they call it. Snap is back. Turn, fake the handoff. He's going to run a counter. Bulldog defense right there. And I don't know which linebacker it was, but a good job.
That's Diego Weston. Boy, they're giving, that's a tough play as a middle linebacker, because it's going the other way, and then they counter it, come back the other way, and he shot that hole where he was trying to get in and made the tackle.
And you know what he's doing right, and we talked about this, maybe you and I and Josh coming up here, he made the read.
Yes.
I mean, he ain't watching the ball.
Right.
He's watching his reads. His read told him get right there and make a tackle.
Which is very difficult.
Which is, yes, it is.
Because you want to watch the ball.
Yes. Especially at the high school level. It's hard on a lot of kids, and he just makes great reads. All right, no pickup. 2nd and 10. Perez in the shotgun. Mendoza behind him once again. Bulldog, false start on the offense. Are they going to call the Bulldogs draw on them? They were crowding that offense. Nope, false start. That'll back them up 5. So the Bulldog defense crowding up on that offensive line, and they that left side kind of gave back. That was going to be a pass, looked like to me, or a draw, because they definitely fell back into pass blocking mode.
We got our starting defense in there, but Brody McDonald, number 18, just came in to play, looks like safety for the Bulldogs.
He is a sophomore? Is that right?
Junior this year.
He's a junior.
Yeah.
All right, Perez in the shotgun. Snap is back. Turn, hand it off to Mendoza. Bulldogs were in the hole, and now they'll finish it up there as they get him for about a 3-yard pickup.
Weston, Finley, and I think, that's number 52 for the Bulldogs. Let's see who that is. That's Orozco making the tackle.
He's playing down there in that nose tackle position. 3rd down and 11 after that pickup of 3. Carlsbad's Perez has a running back on either side of him in the shotgun. Wideouts on either side. Wideout over there has a safety over the top. Looking for a corner blitz, or is he going to back out of it? Snap is back. They're just going to run the ball this way, and whoa, wrapped up in the backfield and tackled.
Number 65 for the Bulldogs read that immediately. Kellen Worley, the senior defensive end, just got off the block, met him in the backfield, made the tackle. Great play by Worley.
So it's going to be 4th down and about 12 after that loss of 2. The Bulldogs take a timeout. 1:28 to go, 4th down. So they want the ball back and get another touchdown on the board before the end of this half. That's what they're thinking on that one. I'm sure of it.
So we had a starting defense tonight, Joey. We didn't get the starting lineups, but there's probably been 20 guys so far. I'm throwing this out there, but they're rotating the defensive line in and out. It's probably a 6 or 7 man rotation. They're rotating the linebacker son. Huffman's playing some. Rodriguez getting a break every now and then. Johnson, Grantham moving back and forth from the line to linebacker. And then our safeties, as we just saw McDonald come in. So Bulldogs doing a good job getting a lot of guys on the field on defense.
Weston probably the only one that's been on there every play, and he may have come off. I may have missed something, but our middle linebacker playing. But you're exactly right. We're probably, if we can continue this trend we're in right now with this kind of a lead, we're probably going to get to see a lot of these guys get to play some. We've got a bunch of guys on the sideline that would love to get into the ball game, so we'll see how the second half goes. But with 1:28 to go here in the first half, Artesia leads 33-7, and it's 4th down and 12. I think they got to be punting here.
Yeah, we've got our punt return team out there, so we'll see. I will say that, Joby, you alluded to it. I believe there's 81 Bulldogs dressed out tonight.
And I even thought there was more than that. So when you said that, I was thinking there's going to be 90. But yeah, so there probably is 81. So a great showing here by the Bulldogs so far, as Sandoval will drop back to punt. He's had one blocked. He's been tackled on a try for a first down. Let's see what happens here. The Bulldogs looking to bring guys. They do. It bounces. He will get it away, though, and it's going to be returnable for the Bulldogs. They're going to let it bounce. Oh, it drops by the Bulldogs. He picks it up, gets by the first man to the 45, still fighting, but now he'll be gathered up and stopped at the 43-yard line.
Armendariz, boy, that makes your heart go into your throat, right? Because it hit the ground, it hit him, went back behind him. He was able to run back and pick it up, try to gain some yards, but number 9, York, first man there for the Cavemen, held on, and some others came to help.
So with 1:17 now to go here in the first half, Artesia's offense will once again get a shot at it. 33-7, they lead, 26-point lead for the Bulldogs. LaRock will be to the right of Estrada in the shotgun. Bulldogs going to go with their A formation look, a wide out and a slot on either side. Ball in the near hash as Estrada, LaRock calls out to the offensive line, and Estrada says, here we go. Straight drop for Estrada. He's going to look to his right. Still looking. He's going to go deep. It's going to be a wide open catch. Oh, I say a catch. He did bring it in. That's the backup quarterback, Casadas, still struggling forward. They're trying to strip it out. Big pickup down to the 33.
Great job by Casadas. Now, again, let's give the line credit. 3-man rush, but they still gave him a long time because that was a slow developing route for Casadas. But he made a great catch over there, getting the first down and moving the ball for the Bulldogs.
All the way down to the 33-yard line of the Caveman. Bulldogs right back on top of it. Clock is rolling. Snap is back. Estrada looking. He's going to have a man. Oh, he pulls it down to run. Now he backs looking, squares up. Now he's going to try to run with it. He's going to get not out of bounds. He'll be tackled inside the 30.
I think what most teams can't tell on film is the deceptive speed of Estrada. Yeah, I don't think he's a great sprinter, but he's always looking to throw it down the field. But right there, he just sets you up and then bursts by you.
All right, so the Bulldogs hustle on. They're ready to go with 33 seconds. Snap is back, and we're going to have a false start on the Bulldogs, I believe.
Now, let me go ahead and give it Joseph Gregory, the nose guard, the nose tackle. Made that tackle on Estrada way on the sideline over here. Great hustle by him.
Yeah, he flattened out and then took an angle and was able to catch up. Of course, Estrada was slow. You know, he was kind of slow rolling it down that yard liner, but good job by the nose tackle.
Well, Estrada doesn't want to run, right? He wants to throw.
Yeah.
So even when he breaks pocket, he's still looking to throw the ball.
Well, that 5-yard pickup by Estrada negated by the false start by the Bulldogs receiving corps. 29.7 seconds to go here, wide side to the far side. They're kind of playing man coverage over there, 3-man rush. He's going to go deep. He's got number 15 down there, and that's intercepted by the safety over the top.
Yeah, trying to head to Rand, but safety was sitting over top just waiting for that and threw it up in the air. And Isaiah Perez did a great job of coming over there, going up really high in the air and getting that ball so Duran couldn't let it come down and catch it.
So another turnover by the Bulldogs. I believe they're second, but they still lead 33-7 with 22.5 seconds. See what Carlsbad does here, if they try to get something going or if they just say, let's go to the locker room and talk about it. Which, by the way, I'm not sure where. We'll see where they go. There's a lot of construction down here in Carlsbad. The locker rooms are gone.
Yeah, I think we warmed up on the baseball field, right? We watched that, and I wonder if that's where we'll go to that dugout over there. They got the lights on for them.
Yep. And I noticed that, too. The lights to the softball park is on. Lights to the baseball park is on. And, of course, the lights are on here. We're not trying to use those lights. I didn't want to make anybody think that. All right, so they are going to line up with Perez in the shotgun. Mendoza behind him. Snap is back. Turn and hand it off to Mendoza on the left side. Oh, he breaks through. And there's going to be a Bulldog from the defense. Almendadas with the tackle.
Yeah, just kind of resigned. Well, they actually called timeout, but they're just a base run and play to the left. Give it to Mendoza. Armadillos comes up, makes the tackle. So not trying anything fancy here. Probably trying to get in the half and regroup The Cavemen are.
There was a holding. I think there was a, no, maybe it wasn't holding. Maybe it was just he's saying timeout taken by the Cavemen. The white hat confused me, but I'm easily confused. So timeout taken by Carlsbad. 15.1 seconds to go here in the half. 33-7 Bulldogs. If you're just now joining us, thanks for being here. KSVP Radio, AM 990, FM 93.7, KSVPTV.com, and we're live on Facebook, KSVP Radio Facebook page. If you can't find us, Robbie, you're not looking very hard. We're everywhere. We're everywhere.
Now, I just got a text. They're actually on PVT tonight too on the channel, so we're everywhere, all over the place.
So we're on TV, internet, radio.
I looked at Gene to see if I was getting in trouble for saying that.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
All right, Carlsbad ready to go. Snap is back. Going to look to throw it. Bulldogs getting some pressure. Throws it up. It's going to be a pick. And can we get 6? It's got a long ways to go. He's down the sideline. 15-10, 5, touchdown, Artesia.
And that's what happens when you throw it up in the air like that. David Hammond just sat back like center field on that left sideline, let the ball come to end. There was no one else around him other than Bulldogs. He caught it. He got a convoy down that right sideline, and David has some great speed as Carlsbad didn't even come close to catching him.
So the Bulldogs not able to do it on offense, but they do it on defense as they score on one play there. They're going to line up for the swinging gate. And I had a couple of texts. I haven't been paying attention to my phone. I got a bunch of texts too. I'll get you the information here in just a minute. All right, so man in motion. Going to come over, swing it over. Look to line up for the regular PAT. 4.1 seconds to go. 39-7 Artesia. Finley back ready to go. Casadas will be his holder. And I haven't seen who snapped at the ball. I need to get that young man. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. And the kick looked good, and it is 40-7 Artesia.
Cody Johnson, he caught that touchdown pass on the first 2-point conversion as the center. He's the center on all those too.
Oh, that's right. You said that earlier. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All right, so 40-7 Artesia here with 4.1 seconds to go in the half. So Artesia will line up to kick it off. And, of course, Carlsbad will receive. And going into the second half with this kind of a lead, we'll see what Coach does, but I have a feeling you've already talked about it. We've probably seen 20 different players on defense and probably some rotations on offense, too. We just haven't been calling them as much. But we've got a lot of players over there. They all want to get in, and so there's a good time. If you're big, maybe they get some playing time.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see the adjustments at half, right? Carlsbad's going to go on, and this is the first game of the season. They're 6A, 5A. It's not the end of the world, but both teams are going to build in the second half as they make their adjustments and improve game by game by game and get better every game. So second half, looking forward to that. I was going to say something I think I forgot, Joby. Well, I know I did because I can't remember it.
I can't remember what you were going to say either.
Well, what good are you?
I'm not much. So we got an update. 21-20 Mayfield at the half. Over in, and I'm not sure who Mayfield's playing. And I think I know who this is texting me, but I don't have his phone number saved, so I'll talk to Gene about it at half and then make sure before I call anybody's names. But it says the Bulldogs look good, and he's not rooting for either team, but he likes Kel Sanders. I think maybe he played with him, and now the ball falls off of the tee, so they'll redo that. I don't know why I couldn't think what you're saying. I think because you forgot it before I could get it.
That's true.
Because we kind of think, anyway. All right, so he'll re-tee it. Bulldogs will redo. 4.1 seconds to go here in the half. Parrish lines it up. Right on the X, middle of the field. Here's the kick. And it's going to go deep back there where nobody is at. Hits on the 5. It's going to bounce around. It's picked up and go backwards, does number 4. Bulldog defense is there. Can they get him? They run him out of bounds. Another great job by the Bulldog kickoff team.
Boy, they pulled everybody up that time, as you said, and they kicked it deep, hit the turf, and bounced straight up in the air. And Castaneda came and got that and just basically ran out of bounds across the field.
All right, so we're at the half. Artesia leads the Cavemen 40-7. Halftime show coming right up.
Hey, truck enthusiasts! Maria and Brisa here. Rev up your truck season at Tate Brown's Auto Group. Get $6,500 off 23 model year trucks. It's dreamy. Whether you're conquering the oil fields or navigating city streets, your ideal ride awaits. Financing? We're pros. Drive your dream truck without breaking the bank. But hurry, these deals done are September 5th. Swing on by or visit us at www.tatebranch.com now. Tate Branch Auto Group, where your truck dreams ignite and adventure starts.
Edge Safety and Services LLC in Artesia, New Mexico has an immediate opening for a safety technician. Position requires a clean driving record and must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screen. Edge Safety offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution towards health benefits. Please email resumes to edgecoding@yahoo.com or apply in person at 402 West Main Street inside the Edge Safety and Services facility. Edge Safety and Services LLC is an equal opportunity employer. Southeast New Mexico College offers a variety of associate degrees and certificates to help you pursue your educational goals. You'll find high-quality, affordable associate programs like business and nursing. Certificate programs like natural gas compression, welding, and industrial maintenance are offered to serve the common needs. Find your direction at SENMC. Navigate new pathways through higher learning at Southeast New Mexico College. Learn more at senmc.edu.
Forest Tire, mile after mile, we've been with you for almost 80 years. Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Pressure Services LLC in Artesia has an immediate opening for a supervisor of operations. Candidate must have knowledge and experience in multiple oil field services. Bilingual not required, but preferred. Pressure Services also need vacuum truck operators. Positions require a clean driving record and must be able to pass a drug and alcohol screen. Pressure Services offers great pay with IRA benefits and employer contribution toward health benefits. Please apply in person at 402 West Main in Artesia, inside the Edge Safety facility. Equal opportunity.
Rosa, have you decided where you're going to come?
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? Is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
Hey everybody, it is the Tate Branch halftime show, and we're waiting on the cheerleaders to finish their presentation, and then when we come back, we've got the Tate Branch Fan of the Week interview segment that we're going to play for you. But what is going to happen here at halftime is there's going to be a combined band performance. The Artesia bands and the Carlsbad band, the Artesia and Carlsbad bands, are going to join together in the middle of the field and play a couple of songs for you. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, the Artesia and Carlsbad bands will meet in the middle of the field and put on a little show for you on the Tate Branch Halftime Show.
Kane Electrical Supply is your #1 distributor when it comes to the top-of-the-line inventory. Kane Electric carries name brands such as Appleton, Burndy, Fluke, Cooper Lighting, Hoffman, Phillips Lighting, iDeck, Klein Tools, and Square D. Kane Electric has your professionals and will assist you with any information you may have on electrical supplies. Kane Electric delivers on location too. Come by Kane Electric today in Artesia at 1911 North Roselawn.
Through Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Family Health Center is your all-in-one provider for medical, dental, and behavioral health services. They have highly skilled professionals ready to treat your medical, dental, and behavioral health issues. Appointments are available via phone calls, video calls, and limited office visits to provide you a safe and easy way to take care of your health. Need a COVID test or vaccine? Artesia Family Health not only offers testing, but the Moderna COVID vaccine too. Call and learn more. 575-746-9848 or visit Artesia Family Health at 1105 Memorial Drive in Artesia.
Time to order your poinsettias at Sun Country Homes and Gardens in Artesia. Poinsettias range from $10 to $60 and are available in pinks, oranges, reds, and red with white sprinkles. Now is also the perfect time to plant trees and look for fall budding flowers soon. Plus, you'll find a huge selection of home decor and all the gardening supplies you need to make your garden great. Let our expertise help your garden be the envy of the neighborhood. Sun Country Homes and Gardens, 2707 South 1st on the Artesia Carlsbad Highway in Artesia.
Welcome back here on the Tate Branch Halftime Show. Jeffrey gets the rest, though. We're just talking about how we are on PVT tonight. Joby mentioned that, as well as KSVPTV.com and Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. And I think we're even on the radio on AM 990 and 93.7 FM. Oh, here's a headset for Josh. Put that on there for us because we're waiting for the cheerleaders to do their routine. Let's, Josh, go ahead and bring you on, and let's take a look at the first half stats in a game being dominated by the Bulldogs tonight, 40-7.
First half stats. Rushing for the Cavemen, Mendoza, 18 rushes for 52 yards. And Sandoval, 2 rushes for 1 yard. Passing for the Cavemen, Perez, he's 8 for 19, 105 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Receiving for the Cavemen, leading the way is Sandoval, 3 receptions, 40 yards. Leos, 3 receptions for 39 yards, and Castaneda, 1 for 25. For the Bulldogs, rushing, leading the way is Cazares, 1 for 76 yards and a touchdown. LaRock has 8 rushes for 49 yards, and Estrada 1 for 5. Passing, Nia Estrada 11 for 14, 185 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Receiving for the Bulldogs, Ethan Kahn, 2 receptions, 74 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Cazares 3 for 41 yards. Duran has 2 receptions for 37 yards. Galindo 2 for 20. And Hardman 2 for 13. Defensively for the Bulldogs, we've had a good night. Diego Wesson leading the way with 5 tackles and 2 for loss. We have David Hammond. He has 1 tackle and 2 interceptions for the Bulldogs. And then also Armendariz has 3 tackles and 2 for loss. So good half for the Bulldogs, good stats for the Bulldogs, and we're doing well on both sides of the ball.
So when you're up 40-7 in a game that's taken an hour and a half to play the first half, what do you come out and do in the second half? What do you work on?
I think as coaches, you have to, at halftime, you have to just tell the players score 0-0 to go out and play, to play hard. I know as coaching in Texas, that's what we would do in games like this. Tell them to go out and play hard, and you're also going to get some younger players in the game. So they're going to come in with some good energy and just play the game like you would start the game 0-0.
All right, we're going to thank you, Josh. We're going to take you down onto the field as it's a combined performance, Artesia and Carlsbad bands. And welcome once again to our very first Tate Branch Fan of the Week for the 2023 football season. We're back here at Tate Branch in Artesia, and we are very honored to have with us our first Fan of the Week for this season, Miss Barbara Gandy. Thanks for doing this, Barbara.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you. It's great to be a Bulldog.
That's right. That's right. And, of course, it's for the Carlsbad game, so that's even more special. I was reading a little information about you, and you moved to Artesia when you married George in 1979, but you come from Texas, but you've been in Artesia since 1979, and I'm sure you've really enjoyed being here in Artesia all these years.
It's been a wonderful place for our family and to raise our kids and grandkids, and we wouldn't take anything for it. Excuse me, my allergies are acting up today, Gene.
Oh, that's okay. Through your time in Artesia, you've been a part of a lot of things. A lot of people remember you from the jobs that you've had, but you were also on the Artesia City Council and worked with the other city councilors and the mayor on a pretty important project back in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s.
That's right. That was the project to bring the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center or something to utilize the former old college here in Artesia. And we were fortunate enough to work with our senators and counselors and a lot of political people to make that happen. And it's been wonderful for Artesia.
It really has. The Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, all the different programs, Border Patrol, the Air Marshals, the Bureau, the Indian law enforcement agencies that are there. It's just been a huge asset for the city of Artesia, and we appreciate the work that you and others on the committee did to do that. You also raised a family of Bulldogs, right?
We sure did. We have had 3 children and 7 grandchildren go through the program here in Artesia, and have a lot of wonderful memories of that.
Well, good. Well, you want to tell us a little bit about those kids?
We will. Our children are twins, Christy and Michelle, and son Michael. And Christy and Michelle graduated in 1990. They were on the state softball championship games in 1988 and 89. Christy was an all-state center fielder, and Michelle was an all-state catcher. And the first year they won state, the team had to raise their own funds and also had to win state for the program to be actually in the schools the next years. So they were able to do that, and that's why we have softball in Artesia. So
that started about the time I moved to Artesia, which was in 1991. So this was right about that time, and of course we've got a great softball program now that this was part of the tradition that got it started.
Yes, they were. And then they've also played 3 years basketball under Coach Stewart, whom they loved, and Christy also played volleyball. Our son Michael graduated in 1992. He played in the 1991 football championship game, and he was a wide receiver. They beat Goddard. Some people might remember this. They beat Goddard that year in the bowl for district in triple overtime, and then we lost to Goddard at state. And Michael's track medley team won state his senior year, and he ran the first leg of that relay. And he also played baseball for 3 years. So then we have several grandchildren in the programs. My grandson Trevor graduated in 2012, and he played on the 2010 football championship team. He was a free safety, and his greatest memory was in that game. He went into the game for the first time on offense because he was a defensive player, and that was during the championship game. We were behind with time running about. It was about, I think it was 4th down and 45, and Josh Hotling threw him a pass he caught for the first down, and we went on to win the state championship game. Wow. So that was very exciting. Yeah. And some people might remember this. Trevor also caught 5 interceptions against Lovington in his senior year, and the state record was 6. So he was MVP of the football team his senior year, and when Coach Jeff Hotling presented him the award, he told him he and Coach Henderson had looked up the records, and Trevor was the only Bulldog that received every award, all from every coach and every player. So that was pretty special for him. And then we had Tristan, his brother. He graduated in 2015, and he played on the 2014 state football championship team, and he was a defensive back. And then Tanner graduated in 2017. He played in the 2014 and 15 state football championships. He played corner and was a great kicker. And currently we have twin grandchildren, Jet and Jenna, in sports at Artesia High. They are sophomores. Jet plays varsity football and special teams and JV. He also plays baseball, and Jenna plays volleyball, basketball, and softball. And one of my favorite memories of Jenna was when she was an 8th grader. She was asked to play varsity, and she hit a grand slam in the Artesia tournament. It was either against Roswell or Goddard. I can't remember, but that was very special, too. Yeah. And now we have a 3rd grader, Colton, who's very excited to be a Bulldog, and then one in preschool. So we're going to be around for a while and as Bulldogs.
Well, that's a lot of great memories, because you're talking state championships, not just in football, but in other sports as well. And I know you and George try to go to as many games as you possibly can.
For years, many years.
Yeah. And you go on the road sometimes, too. I don't know if you do so much now, but a lot of times I would see you in the stands watching and supporting your kids and grandkids.
Oh, we've been on the road for many years and still are, as long as we can, as long as it's not too cold or something with our age. But, yes, we still travel and watch them all anytime we can.
That's great. Now, when you have twins, do you ever let one know which one's the favorite?
Never.
That would be terrible, wouldn't it?
That would be terrible. Yeah. I will say something. I shouldn't say this probably but Christy always says that the reason I called her Christy because she has Christ in her name, and the reason I call Michelle because she has hell in her name.
Bookmark this segment right here.
I might want to take that out.
No, that's
We both laugh about it all the time. So.
Yeah, well, I think that's great. Well, we have a couple of nice gifts for you for being our fan of the week this week, and I think Perry has them for us. So.
Bulldogs, that's for sure. You want me to hold that?
No, well, I'm gonna give you, this is a $50 gift card from the Adobe Rose that you guys can enjoy, and then this is a travel mug that says, and we have to show it, don't we? I think we should show it, not just a box. So here, let me hand you this mug if you want to take it out of the
right color.
Well, I was a little worried the box said red. But there it is, and it's got Tate Branch Fan of the Week, and this is just for you. And we want to thank you once again for submitting to this interview and being our Fan of the Week this week. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, I hope we're successful Friday night, and go Bulldogs.
Go Bulldogs. Barbara Gandy, our first Fan of the Week for 2023, and we thank you so much. What a great story.
Thank you.
If you've got a Fan of the Week you'd like to nominate, get a hold of Perry here at Tate Branch, and who knows, they may be our next Fan of the Week on our Tate Branch Fan of the Week halftime segment. We've got more coming up from Artesia Carlsbad. Stick around.
All right, Bulldog fans, welcome back here to AM 990, FM 93.7, KSVP Radio. And of course, we're everywhere, as we talked about. Gene talked about it there at the half. We're on PVT Television. We're on KSVPTV.com. We're on YouTube and Facebook, KSVP Radio pages. And so a great game tonight, Robbie, for the Artesia Bulldogs. Carlsbad battling, but right now down 40-7 to our Artesia Bulldogs.
Well, we've been impressed by the Bulldogs so far, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. It's only halftime, but Artesia has 315 yards total offense right now, which at halftime is really good. Carlsbad has 163, I believe, total yards offense, which is not bad. It just doesn't. I was surprised by that number. It doesn't seem like they've done, but they've had a couple of big plays, one decent runs in there. So, but Artesia definitely dominated that first half in all three phases of the game. Offensively, they did. Defensively, not only pretty much stopping the Carlsbad offense, they picked up some first downs, but keep them out of the end zone except for that one time. And then the special teams have definitely stepped up tonight for the Bulldogs and stood out to us also.
Yeah, that third facet of the game, I talk about it every single year. I know I do, and people probably think I'm a broken record, but I think our staff, Artesia Bulldog staff, regardless of who's coaching, and by the way, we've got some new coaches this year. We had some retire. I don't remember if we talked about that early, but we had some guys retire, and it's always tough when you lose some of those men, but some guys filling right in, and we're seeing that tonight here. Anyhow, they just, in my opinion, do such a good job with that third phase of the game. They take it as serious as offense or defense, as far as I can tell. And it shows up in games, and this is one of those examples.
Yeah, I tell you, from coaching for years, and it's hard to make yourself take the time to put in as much time on the special teams as you do on the offense and defense in practice, and in film, and who's going to be on what team, and have the deepness of the facets to the game that the Bulldogs add to it. They don't just do one thing on a punt team or punt return or extra point, for example, right? It's multifaceted, and it takes away so much practice time from the other teams, our special teams do. But back to your point, they spend the time in practice that I believe a lot of teams don't to make sure that third facet is just as strong as the other two.
And a lot of times it shows up like it has tonight with a block punt for a touchdown, a stopped fourth down run on a fake punt that we get the ball back. And then there was one other one we were talking about, but three big special team plays here tonight for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and that one score that happened, right, the play just before that, Armendariz, Jesse dropped that interception. And if he makes that catch there, they don't even have that one score on the board. Again, a good play. Don't want to take that away from Castaneda, who made that catch in the end zone. But Bulldogs just playing outstanding as they're coming onto the field for the second half. We do have some scoring updates for you. Josh Howard handed me the phone. Roswell leads Lovington 35-6 in the third quarter right now. So district opponent there, Roswell Coyotes, doing well against Lovington. And also we have the Goddard Rockets 49-0 over Santa Teresa. They're I believe they're in Santa T tonight.
I think they're in Roswell.
Okay, they may be the ones in Roswell.
Yeah, I think Roswell's in Lovington.
Okay, and then that's in the fourth quarter. So thank you, Josh.
Bulldogs just hit the field. A little different tonight. We talked about it before the game started. Carlsbad doing a bunch of construction down here. Got a lot of things happening around their stadium and around the baseball, softball parks here in the parking lots. And so the Bulldogs warmed up over on the baseball field. That's where they went and did their half. Carlsbad maybe had a portable. I couldn't see where they went, but back over to our right, I think. But in any case, both teams are on the field. It'll be Bulldogs kicking off here to start the second half as Carlsbad Cavemen deferred. I wanted to let y'all know I hinted around. I said I had a text saying that Bulldogs doing really well and proud to see him doing that, and also rooting for Coach Sanders. And I figured on who it was, and his coach, Jake Caldwell, used to be part of the KSVP team in Roswell. He was a Goddard football player, one of their greats. Went on to play at New Mexico State, had a great career there, and of course called games for the radio station and KSVPTV.com. So Jake, shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm sure he's listening and looking all around the state. He's a football fan, kind of like us, and just a tremendous guy. I think he played against maybe both of my brothers in high school. I'm not sure of that. I think he was between them. He definitely played with Ty, my youngest brother, in college, and then against Jeff in college. So great football player, good coach, and wish him well over in Las Cruces.
Yeah, if you missed the halftime, if you took a break and went and got a snack or did something else, the Artesia band was on the field. They did an excellent job. First performance for them on the year. And the Carlsbad band, boy, they got a lot of kids out. They did a good job, too. So good to see those, just everybody involved tonight, high school football, all the aspects, the cheerleaders to the band to what's happening on the field. Just Carlsbad very gracious to us up here tonight, and just fun to be Friday Night Lights again, Joby.
It is. I was looking forward to it since last year at the last game up in Farmington. Just And so we're back.
Not what you said on the way home.
I said it, man. I was good to go. I'm ready for another football season. I don't know. Robbie, you can't remember what I said.
Right.
Come on.
I was just that 8-hour drive. I don't know what you said there right away.
You
did, though.
I might have said it, but I wasn't looking for the drive.
Okay.
But nonetheless, great to be back in the booth with Robbie Blue and all of our guys, Josh Howard and Gene Dow, and our cameraman, Jeffrey Curtis. And I was going to say something about him, but I guess I won't. Okay, we can't even get him to turn around and look at us.
He didn't know you're talking about him.
I know
he hasn't said his name yet.
I know, I'm not going to.
Oh.
I'm just not even going to say it.
We got our Bradley, our camera guy.
No, I'm not going to. No, you said
no,
it.
He's saying it. He's, I don't know if I can say that or not. I may get him in trouble, but he is dedicated to running the camera tonight. Let me just put it that way.
He is very dedicated. OSHA doesn't need to come around.
No, guys,
I'm just kidding.
You can't go there. What? You can't.
All right, we're back to football. Parrish will tee it up right on the X. Bulldogs going from the south to the north. Carlsbad from the north to the south. They'll receive to start the second half, and here's the kick. Going to be a high kicker up in the middle, coming up and catching it. It falls to the ground. He's just going to fall on it wisely. Number 13 for the Cavemen.
Real Sanchez, boy, came up, and it was out in front of him, and he stuck his hands out, and it went right through his hands to the ground, but did a good job of falling on the ball because there was Bulldogs coming.
Yeah, again, those kicks, the Artesia Bulldog, we just talked about it, but our special teams is so multifaceted. We can Parrish can place that ball about where he wants to.
He can because he's kicked in about 4 different positions tonight, or 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it makes it difficult on that receiving team because they don't know where he's going with it. You know, and then that one was just a tough play to catch because he had to come about 20 yards. Barely got his hands on it and fumbled it, but he got it.
Kickers make the big bucks in the pros. They're so valuable.
That may be. That may be the story. All right, so first down and 10 for Carlsbad at their own 28-yard line. Bulldogs a little bit confused. I hope we don't got too many men on the field. I don't think we do. All right, so here we go. Carlsbad in the shotgun. They got that tight formation. Going to run the ball this way. Got the everybody in the student body, and that's going to be a good play by the Bulldogs as they keep him to about 2 yards.
So let me just give you some game inside the game. Watkins had to come on and take on number 72. Cowboy Vargas is 5'9", about 260-pound lineman, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He went low, took the lineman out, and made a pile. And so good job by Watkins, giving up his body.
Yeah, that right guard, Cowboy for the Carlsbad Caveman, he's a load. And he athletic, very athletic, come around there and was taken down, but good job by the defense. So second down and a long 7. Snap is back. They're going to run a full pull this way, and Bulldogs once again stack it up. They did a great job. They pulled 3 linemen out this way, it looked like.
Yeah, they did. And then, again, Finley, Huffman, and number 65 for the Bulldogs coming over there. Worley, yeah. 71 was leading the way for the Cavemen, and that's Ryan. But when there's 3 Bulldogs there, what's he supposed to do? So good defense.
All right, they do pick up about 3. About 1. It's third down and 6 for the Cavemen at their own 32-yard line as they do some swapping there. Receivers swap sides. And we're down to under 10 seconds now on the play clock, but they will get this play off, it looks like. Perez in the shotgun. Snap is back. Going to fake the handoff. Look for a little sweep out here to Mendoza, that's not Mendoza, that's number 34, Sandoval. And they get the first down.
He's their go-to guy. They fake the run to the left and hit him back on the right side, play action away from the pass. And his athleticism, boy, the Bulldogs came up, and 2 of them hit him. Watkins, the last one, they got him down, but not before he picked up the first down.
So first down and 10 at their own 43-yard line for the Cavemen. Again in the shotgun with Mendoza behind him. Perez, the quarterback, taking a look over the Bulldog defense, and they're stacked up in there, Robbie. Got almost all 11 guys in the box. Going to turn and hand it off around that right side. And he's off to the races to see if he can outrun the Bulldogs. He's to the 30, cuts it back, stays on his feet, chased down. He's going to be held out of the end zone, but a big run, and I don't see it. Yeah, I do. I see it where the holding was. So there was a holding on the play. That'll bring it back.
So a huge gap as they give it to Sandoval over there real quick, and he goes up that left side, had a wide open field. Watkins does a good job of slow playing him against the sideline. He did come back inside of him, but a great hustle by Huffman down the field to eventually make that tackle. Now it's coming back, but good play by those two young men to save him from getting into the touchdown.
Yeah, I did.
Zone.
One of the things I told myself to focus this year, Robbie, was don't call the penalties until after the play. And I thought I saw holding, but I did not say it.
So you're going to say it after?
I don't want to say it after. I saw it, but see, I'm not calling it before.
I like it.
All right, so it was a holding, and I think everybody saw it. I mean, there was an outstretched jersey there.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it was that hard to see. But holding will bring it back. And as you said, Robbie, great job there by our defensive guys that were able to chase him down and get him from getting into the end zone, because he's got a lot of speed, but we do too.
Yeah.
And so we were able to cut him back and then make a tackle. But it does come back. So it'll be first and a long ways for Carlsbad back at their own 33. They got to get to the 47 of the Bulldogs for a first down. Perez looking over the Bulldog defense, brings a man in motion. That ball is on the ground in the backfield. He's just going to fall down on it wisely. It'll be a big loss of about 10, maybe 11.
Boy, you hate to see that. Those can be drive killers right there when you're struggling for big plays anyway. And, boy, just right through the quarterback's hands, Perez's hands, as he was trying to make a fake. And I think he took his eyes off the ball like receivers do a lot of the time. He went through it and behind him, so had to go fall on it. That's a lonely feeling back there.
Very lonely, and you know, because you probably had it happen at least once as a quarterback.
Yes.
Well, one thing I'll say, possibly in his defense, but everything up here is hot. Gene said it best, my chair is hot, this rail is hot, the floor is hot. So that ball may be slick with sweat.
Well, it's still 90, I'm showing 92 degrees, it's still outside.
Yeah, it's warm, and down on the field it's probably 98 still, and that ball may be wet with sweat. Snap is back, but they're going to have a false start or delay a game. I think it's a delay a game, didn't get it off quite fast enough. So a lot of reverse here to start the first drive of the second half, as Carlsbad is now, oh man, I don't even if I can count that high. Let me take my shoes off. Second and a lot. 35, second down and 35 to go. Don't take off. Oh, Gene said put your shoes back on. Yeah, got the old stank foot. Okay, here we go. Second down and 35 at the 18-yard line. Perez gets the snap, drops straight back, going to run a screen or try to. And it's going to be caught out there, and he's going to get by the first wave of Bulldogs, but then he'll be tackled all the way out at about the 33-yard line. Big pickup.
Big pickup. They just, as you mentioned, screen out there and hit him. Showed some speed there, the receiver did. And down the field, making the tackle for the Bulldogs was actually Kevin Worley, the defensive lineman.
Yeah, good pursuit there. The Bulldogs, that's one of the things, one of the ways that they really get their conditioning. A lot of times they'll do pursuit drills, and that showed there by defensive end coming down the field 30 yards, or about 15 yards to make the tackle. All right, so it'll be third down now and about 15 at their own 37-yard line. Trips to the far side. He's going to roll that way. Bulldogs, closing in quickly. It's going to be picked. And that's another interception for the Artesia Bulldogs at the 48-yard line. And that's number 21 for Artesia.
I tell you what, who forced that.
23?
Third interception.
Oh, third interception.
I tell you what, Diego Weston came closing in on the quarterback Perez. He laid a hit on him as soon as he released it. David Hammond, second interception tonight, I believe, for Hammond, makes that interception. Great job by the Bulldog defense.
All right, so turnover on the interception. It was third down and about 13, and he gets the pick. So the Bulldogs have the ball at the 49-yard line of the Carlsbad Cavemen. A formation, a slot and a wide out on either side. LaRock to the right of Estrada. He's going to hand it off to him. He's going to have to try to make one guy miss, and he's unable to. At 62, Robbie got in there on that right side and got him in the backfield.
Yeah, that's a good job by, I guess, Pizzante, number 62. And so here's the question, right? Bulldogs come out 40-7. We asked, will the starters come out and start the second half? They are. But I wonder if we're going to stick to the running game here just a little bit to try to see if we can get it going. And right there, Caveman stuffed that.
So a loss of 6. It'll be second down and 16. 7:34 and counting to go here. A formation. Estrada with LaRock to his right in the shotgun. Snap, fakes the handoff, throws the screen out there. And he drops it. That was a backwards pass. A forward pass, but he went ahead and tried to cover it up anyhow.
Yeah, Galindo, the outside receiver, what the Bulldogs do is the slot goes and blocks the guy over him, and then he catches it and cuts inside. And, again, before he tried to go up the field before he had the ball, so he dropped it.
All right, so that'll stop the clock on the incompletion. 7:27 to go now in the third quarter. Bulldogs with a long third down play here. Third down and 15 at the 46-yard line, their side of the field. Empty backfield. Middle of the field is where the ball is located. Trips to the near side. Slot and wide out to the top side. He looks that way. He's going to throw it over the middle, right in the place where there was no body. He's going to break ahead. Still on his feet down to the 35 at the Carlsbad Cavemen is number 85.
That's Durand. He ran a great route, just finding the little open spot in that zone coverage. Estrada hit him as soon as he turned around, and then he broke a couple of tackles to gain the extra yards.
So it'll be first down and 10 down to the 35 of Carlsbad. Bulldogs quickly on the ball. They're going to bring a man in, which is Durand, tight to block. Snap is back, turn, hand it off to LaRock. Picking his way. He's into the middle of the field. He's going to get all the way down to about the 27-yard line. Actually, bulls forward maybe to the 26, pickup of about 9.
York on the tackle for the Cavemen. Want to get his name in there, but the reason he was picking his way through there is our linemen are driving their defensive linemen backwards, so LaRock is just slowly going through there, finding the lanes. Line doing an outstanding job tonight.
Second down and 1 for the Bulldogs at the 26-yard line of the Cavemen. Right back on the ball is the offense. LaRock to the right. They're going to fake it, throw it out there to the right. Picked up by Durand. He's got the sideline. He's fast. He's going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line for a big pickup. Oh, that was Ethan Kahn.
Yeah, that was. Oh, that was him a while ago then, too. That's my fault. Yeah, it was Kahn. Sorry. But Size doing a good job blocking out in front of him that time, and Kahn getting to the outside.
So I think Kahn back-to-back catches there.
Yes.
Snap is back, looking, going to bring the house. They're going to throw the screen to LaRock. He's going to go in for a touchdown. Oh, they're going to throw a late flag from way back in the backfield. They're going to call it illegal block. So LaRock goes in, but a flag on the field, illegal block on the offense.
Yeah, I think it's Omar Solis. He did it last year. He's doing it again this year. He plays center for the Bulldogs. He does a great job of getting down the field on those, but just got caught there maybe with his head behind. It's what they're calling anyway. Whether we agree or not, I was about to say it's a great block by him, and then the flag came out.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, so that will back us up, take the touchdown off of the board. And so that'll put us back at the 14-yard line. It'll be first and goal from there. Bulldogs will go ahead and huddle up. Now they'll break the huddle and come forward. They got the A formation look. And actually, they got the slot on this side back instead of up. Receiver up. Going to throw the out route to Sice on the sideline. He tries to run over 3 Cavemen. Does a pretty good job. But is tackled down there at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that play's designed to stop route, come back and get it, get what you can. And Venegas did a good job of bringing him to the ground. I mean, I think Sice put the lick on him, but he brought him down.
Second down and goal at the 5-yard line for the Bulldogs. Now they're in the A formation look. Slots and wideouts on either side. LaRock goes to the right side, looking for that fake screen. Going to screen it the other way.
Oh, gosh.
And there's nobody but White in front of him, and that's Ethan Kahn for the touchdown.
So that's so difficult because we just ran the screen, two plays before that to the right to LaRock. So he pumps it to the right, and the defenders all flow that way, come back to the left, and walk. The lineman there was 4 linemen in front of him with no one to block, as you said.
Yeah, they just kind of split wide and let him go right up the middle. Kahn for the touchdown. Artesia now 46, the Carlsbad Cavemen 7. 5:39 to go here in the third quarter, as both teams have now had the ball once each. Bulldogs in their swinging gait. They're going to swing out of it and go to the regular PAT. Philip Finley will do the kicking. As the Bulldogs line up for it. Snap bounces back there. Carrasco will pick it up. He's going to try to run. Now he's going to throw it, and it's going to be, oh, it's caught. There's a 2-point conversion. Great job by the holder, the backup quarterback. He made it look easier than it should have been.
Yeah, Cazares, it hit the ground and came right to him, and right immediately you're taught to get up and start yelling fire. And Jack Byers on the extra point team goes into the end zone and just flows to the right with him, and he finds him wide open in the end zone. So touchdown Byers.
All right, 5:39 to go. 48 set in the third quarter. 48-7 Artesia.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
All right, we're back here at Ralph Bauer Stadium in Carlsbad, New Mexico. In the third quarter, the Bulldogs score. That scoring drive was 8 plays, 49 yards, 5-yard touchdown pass from Estrada to Kahn. Bulldogs now lead 48-7 with 5:39 left in the third period. Parrish teeing up the ball, and Joby Hodling with the call.
All right, Jake putting it right on that X. Once again, we'll see where he goes with it. He's been popping it up pretty much all game long, either over to the right or right in the middle of the field based on how they line up. He may go to the right again the way they're lined up. Oh, he's going to go right down the middle again. And the same thing will happen, come up at the 20 and make the catch. Bulldogs play it pretty well, but he gets by the first wave, and he gets all the way out to the 40-yard line, does number 13 for Carlsbad.
Again, that is Sanchez. Caught it this time, showing good speed. There was 2 defenders there, and he split them. And he got down the right sideline before number 47, I think, for the Bulldogs, wasn't it? Came up and made the tackle, and that's McNeil.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cavemen at the 40-yard line. Ball on the near hash. Carlsbad going from the north to the south here to start the second half.
I was going to say, I just heard the announcer, and I don't know if you said this or not, we got a running clock now.
Oh, I didn't say that. You're right. Okay. So a 35-point lead, so more than 35. It's 41-point lead, so 48-7 running clock. And Carlsbad comes out with kind of a tight look here. This is the tightest. No, they've been in this set before. A couple double backs on the left side, wide side. Going to come this way. Boy, the Bulldogs played that perfect, Robbie.
They did. And Worley got deep in there, took out the lead blocker so that the nose guard, number 60, wasn't it, that came in and made that tackle.
McGiddy comes in and makes the tackle. And he just buried him, wrapped him up, and took him straight to the floor.
But Worley set that up for him to make that tackle because he made him cut inside, and he was just flowing down that line of scrimmage.
Okay, so it'll be 2nd down and 13 on the 3-yard tackle for loss by Giddy. Perez with a running back on either side. Snap is back, going to turn, comes student body this way. They keep the ball moving forward, pick up about 8 yards. It'll be 3rd down for the Cavemen.
So going to that 2-back set and running game, Carlsbad line did a great job that time, driving our linemen back or sealing them off. And Finley had to make that tackle from his position, but not until he gained, like you said, 6-7 yards.
So 3rd down and 3 for the Cavemen out to their 47-yard line. 3:38 and counting. It is a running clock. As Perez again has a running back on either side. Bulldogs crowding up almost everybody in the box. They will pick up the 3 yards necessary, plus maybe a half yard. 1st down for the Cavemen.
So that's just a lead play, right? They're just coming back with the lead play, 2 backs. They hand it to one. The other one leads through the hole. And number 59 for the Bulldogs helping in on that tackle. And I've got my sheets all messed up here. So 59 is Caden Grantham.
Also into the ball game, Hayden Hartcrow. I was trying to see, as I'm trying to pick up guys that are coming in. Hayden in there. He was in on that. And I don't know if he's still out there or not, but now that I look up, they may have swapped out again.
What number was he?
35.
Okay.
But I definitely saw him come in, and then he was in on that play. 1st down and 10, Carlsbad at the Bulldog 49. Faked the handoff and then the throw. And, boy, the Bulldogs just getting to the ball there. Pickup of about 7, but 3 guys hit him when he caught it.
So on that lead play, what you do on that is you fake it to the back, and the lead blocker goes through the hole and then comes out in the flat. And that was Ramirez for the Caveman, who caught it but immediately hit and stopped by the Bulldogs.
All right, so Carlsbad now trying to get the ball down the field as hurry-up offense. Snap is back, going to hand it off to Mendoza. He'll pick his way forward and pick up the necessary yardage for the 1st down.
There's 5 Bulldogs and Sandoval in a pile, and Mendoza got through that pile and dove forward for the first down. Did he get it?
I believe he got it by not much, but I think he got it. Yeah, first down, Carlsbad. Yeah. Initially, I thought he got over a yard of it, past it, but it was closer than that.
What I was saying there, he came out of that pile of all that mess and dove forward.
Spun and dove.
Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Cavemen at the Bulldog 39-yard line. Snap is back. Yeah, there was a start, but they didn't call it. All right, he's going to bull forward out to about the 32-yard line of the Bulldogs. 33 is we're going to mark him down, and that's number 12, Mendoza for the for the Cavemen.
Yeah, just going back to that old-fashioned pound it, running game, lead plays, sweep around the right side, lead play. Just give me 3, 4, 5, 6 yards of play, and that's what they're going to right now, and then a little play action off of all of that.
The old student body right, student body left, and play action. All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Cavemen. Double tight, or X-back on both sides, tight end on one side. They're going to run that way. The quarterback's going to keep it. Throws it down. It's picked off. Running it back is number 27 for the Bulldogs. He's got open field to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. Can he outrun the man? He cuts inside. He's going to be tackled inside the 35-yard line. Another pick for the Artesia Bulldogs. There is a penalty on the ground, but I think, well, we'll see what it was.
So Watkins, we talked about the strength of the Bulldogs as secondary. They're all returners this year from state championship defense. And Watkins read that perfectly. He waited on it, and then he broke in front of the receiver, caught the ball. And then Sandoval, Watkins did it to him earlier, and Watkins broke free, tried to go down the right side, and Sandoval slow played it until Mendoza caught him from behind to make the tackle for the Caveman.
I think this is actually going to be on the Bulldogs after the interception. Well, we'll see. Illegal block on the defense. Okay, so that's what I thought they might have called. That's not what they called. So illegal block on the Bulldogs, but it was after the interception. So 1st down Artesia. It backs them up to their own 42-yard line.
I don't know. Maybe you can help me here. That's 4 interceptions in the game for the Bulldogs. I don't remember the last time the defense had 4 interceptions.
I don't remember either.
There's only 40 seconds. Again, clock stops on the change of possession, but 40 seconds left here with the running clock. So we'll see what the Bulldogs do here. And it is the backups in, second team.
Casadas in at quarterback, number 17 for Artesia. Junior quarterback, Isaac Casadas. And he is a good one, too. Well, we got a lot of quarterbacks that are really good. Seem like we always do. He's another one for the Bulldogs as he takes a look at the defense. Snap is back. He's going to run the option. And he's going to keep it, go around, try to go around. He backs up and he throws it. I think he might have crossed the line. Well, I don't see a penalty, so maybe he did not cross the line of scrimmage. Just an incomplete pass.
That's a great job. That speed option, you want to slow play it. And so string it out, get help over there, and that's exactly what the Cavemen did. They strung it out there to where he finally tucked it, so the pitch man ran in front of him to block, and then they closed on him. So that was a good defensive play by the Carlsbad Cavemen.
And a wise play by the junior quarterback. Just threw it and made an incomplete pass instead of a loss. They're going to go ahead and see if they can get a playoff here. We're down to 7 seconds. Casadas looking over the defense. 3 seconds. Will he get it snapped? He does. He's going to turn and hand it off. That's number 26 running the ball on the right side. He's still on his feet. He breaks through. Still running. Finally going to wrap up and tackle inside the 40-yard line of Carlsbad.
That's Galindo, and we saw some of his flashes last year of his speed. We saw it again right there, handed it to him, and boy, he just went on that right side and outran some of the defenders. Secondary had to make the tackle on him.
All right, we're going to go into the 4th quarter, 48-7 Bulldogs. Stay right there. We'll come back for the
fall classes at ENMU.
To grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Truck or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
for Artesia at the Carlsbad Caveman 38-yard line. Ball on the near hash. Snaps back. Carlsbad brings the house. Casadas rolling away. He's going to throw the screen. It's going to be caught by the Bulldogs. Galindo, he's picking his way, or is that 25? He's down the sideline, still on his feet, but they say he stepped out of bounds. And so a good run there by the Bulldogs. They're going to have a penalty back at the 37-yard line, so we'll see what that is.
So Cazares did a great job of he had a guy right on him trying to buy some time there. He had Diego Lopez, number 25, coming across there from his slot position. And Diego did a good job, as you just said, making guys miss on that sideline before he stepped out of bounds. But there is a penalty.
As the Whitehead called, did he already call it? I looked down. Hadn't yet. He's talking to Carlsbad about it, sorry. So Diego, one of those guys that when he was a little guy, I got the coaching. I got the coach with my younger brother. He was a sixth grader when my nephew was a fifth grader, and I had him playing linebacker, and it was so fun. That kid is an athlete. He's playing slot now, but he can about play anywhere, Diego Lopez, but it's fun to get to see him get in there.
Yeah, junior for the Bulldogs, so we'll get to see him for a couple of years here.
All right, so backed up the Bulldogs. It'll be first down and 15. And again, I was looking down and talking to you, and I don't know what the penalty was.
I don't know.
Ineligible man downfield. All right, so the Bulldogs will break out of the huddle here. Clock should be running, but I guess on the stop of the penalty, they didn't start it back up. 11:46 to go in the ball game. 48-7 Artesia. Casadas in the backfield. Snap is back. Lineman breaks through. Casadas will roll. He's to the 40, 35, 30 before he's pushed out of bounds. He gets almost first down.
Boy, you love having an athletic quarterback, right? And most of Artesia's are. And that play was off from the snap. Looked like everybody's snap count was a little off, and he just rolled to his right, saw the open ground, and ran and picked up the yards. So good job by him.
So it'll be second down and 2 for Artesia at the 30-yard line of the Carlsbad Cavemen. Clock back again running. And he went out of bounds, but no stop because of the running clock. So Casadas looking over the defense. Man in motion is number 80. Going to hand it to him. He goes around the... Oh, good block.
Gosh,
Galindo just smashed a kid. And that's going to be a first down pickup of about 10.
So just motion from right to left. They hand it to Caleb Murray. And he goes on a sweep play to left, or pop play to the left. And boy, Galindo just laid out somebody who came across there. But a good run by Murray and a good pickup for the Bulldogs.
So there was a pop on that pop. No doubt about it. So first and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Carlsbad Caveman 21 as we get under 11 minutes. Now under 10 minutes and 30 seconds, actually, as the Bulldogs break the huddle. A lot of rotation, a lot of young men rotating in here in this series, also on the defensive series. Snap is back, turn, hand it off. Up the middle, he picks up about 4 or 5. Boy, he's just struggling forward. Good job there.
Yeah, and Artesia doesn't put the heights and weights. They put it on like 5 players. There's 85, 90 guys on the roster, but Galindo can't be 150, 160 pounds, and boy, but he runs like he's 200.
Yeah, he's a player. He's an athlete. You get to see him on the baseball field as well, and just tremendous young man. And actually, you know, it's like this. You can say that about all those guys over there in Orange. I mean, I can. I get to see them playing all these years, and just a bunch of great kids from sophomores through seniors. Second down and about 6. Casadas looking over the defense. Snap is back, turn and hand. No, he's going to keep it. Throw it out here a little bit high. And is that number 88 or is that number 80?
That's number 80. That's Murray again. I believe just a little pop play out here. He takes one step forward and just waits on the ball to come over to him. And it was just high. And saw that a little bit in the film I watched on Casadas. Not as accurate as Estrada. He's a good thrower, good quarterback, but not as accurate. Estrada is very, very accurate. So just a high throw there from him, from Isaac.
All right, so Bulldogs taking their time, huddling up. We're down under 9 minutes and 1 second. And so now under 9. Third down and 6 at the Carlsbad Cavemen 17-yard line. Trips to the near side, slot and wide out to the far side, ball on the far hash. So the trips on the wide side of the field. Casadas taking a look over the defense. Snap is back. He's going to run it right up the middle. He's going to get the first down, or very close to it. Yeah, he got it by about a half a yard. First and 10 Bulldogs.
Just a quarterback draw all the way. Spread them out. Tell your linemen to kick their guys out or get them turned to the outside. Let him go up the middle. Making that tackle for the Caveman was Pesante.
So So it'll be first down and 10 from the 11. So they can get a first down without scoring. If they score, that'll be the ball game as we lead by, or will it? We lead by 41. No, it won't. No, it won't. 48-7 is the score. 8:13 on the clock and counting. 11 seconds on the play clock as they break the huddle. A formation look. Ball on the far hash, or near the far hash, I should say. Casadas takes a snap, turns and hands it off. Bounces it out to the left side, now goes inside, and that's going to be a touchdown, Artesia.
Galindo run up the middle, designed up the middle. There's nothing there, so his quick feet and quickness just bounces it outside, and then he turns on the jets and runs. One guy got a hand on him, and he just drug him into the end zone, showing his power and strength again. But great job by the Bulldogs there. I don't want to say the second team, or it's just the players that are in right now. Great job to drive all the way down the field against the starting defense of the Cavemen.
Yeah, it's a mixture of players. They've been rotating in a lot. Linemen, slots, wideouts, running back. The only one that hadn't rotated was the quarterback on that series.
Yeah.
Casada stayed in, but I think every other position rotated some. So a lot of young Bulldogs getting to play here in this ball game. 54-7, 7:52 to go in the ball game. Casadas will do the holding as he has all game. Finley with the kick. It looked good, and I think it is. It gets hit again. This time they call it. So it's going to be on the kickoff, I would think.
Yeah, Rio Sanchez came in, and he couldn't get the block, so he grabbed Finley on the shoulder pad and threw him down.
So they'll take it on the kick. We'll go ahead and take a break. 55-7, Artesia.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
The Artesia Police Department wants to remind you to lock up your vehicles, take your keys with you, and never leave valuables in your vehicle. If you're looking for a rewarding career in law enforcement, the Artesia Police Department is looking for you. The department is currently hiring certified and uncertified officers. Take advantage of a great retirement plan, paid leave, and medical benefits. Apply in person, online, or call 575-746-5000 for more information. The Artesia Police Department is an equal opportunity employer. And please always remember, don't drink and drive.
Artesia Bulldogs take the ball and go 58 yards, use 9 plays to travel that distance. It's capped off by an 11-yard touchdown run by Galindo, and the Bulldogs are up 55-7. Here's Joby.
Kick is off, and it's going to go right to the end zone, so a back touchback, as the Bulldogs had it 15 yards down the field on that, where they kicked from, on that roughing the kicker call.
So that's Castaneda down there, and he caught it 1 yard deep in the end zone, and I guarantee you Parrish is going to say, I meant to do that. 1
Maybe
yard.
so, he might have.
He's trying to kick it maybe to the 1 yard line, but he was 1 yard deep in the end zone.
Good kick.
Yeah. It's like, aren't you better than that? Come on.
Just put it on the dime. Come on now, Jake. All right, good kick. 20-yard line, Carlsbad offense will come back out. And we have a new quarterback, number 8.
Yep.
So number 8 is our new quarterback.
Lopez.
And a different running back. So they're going to get some guys work as well. Lopez, the quarterback, snap is back, hand it off around this right side. Bulldog defense in pursuit will tackle him after a pickup of about 4, maybe 5.
The running back for the Cavemen is Rodriguez, Aiden Rodriguez. He's a junior. As Joby mentioned, just running around that left side. And for the Bulldogs, we got some different players coming in right now, but I believe that was Brody McDonald in on that tackle with some other Bulldogs.
So pick up a 6. It'll be second down and 4. We're down to 7:26 and counting in the ball game. Our score 55-7. Artesia. Snap is back. He's going to hang on to it, and he will try to pick his way through, but looks like he might have got 1, maybe 2 with the lean forward.
Burries coming across from his linebacker position, number 14 for the Bulldogs. Good read by him as he stepped in there for Diego Wesson and makes the tackle.
So it'll be third down and 2 for the Cavemen at their own 28-yard line, down under 7 minutes now. So every play is about a minute long. So reckoning that, we got about 6.5 minutes left.
Or 6 plays left?
6 plays left,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, I said that and then I said it wrong. All right, so Lopez.
Sad part is I understood you.
You did well. Makes sense. Snap is back. Gonna turn, hand it off. Bulldogs are there, and they swarm him underneath and just slam him to the ground as number 30 for the Artesia Bulldogs.
Yeah, there wasn't a chance there. The Bulldogs got penetration, and there was multiple Bulldogs back there, and Silvas for the Bulldogs, a senior defensive tackle, makes that tackle in the backfield loss of yards for them.
So the punting team comes on for the Cavemen. We're down, fixing to go under 6 minutes as the Bulldog punt return team out. Is that our regular punt return team?
No. The 35 is back deep for the Bulldogs, and that is Harcrow.
So Harcrow looking to return one here as Carlsbad lines up ready to go. Snap is back. He's going to run to the right side, little soccer style. They kick it away. Harcrow will make the catch at the 38. Come around the right side, trying to get away from a guy, and he's going to tackle him down at about the 44-yard line.
So that's a line drive kick, wasn't it? About 40 yards down the field, end over end. Good catch by him. And then a good tackle down the field by number 16, Dowdy.
All right, so the Bulldog offense once again coming out on the field with 5:25 and counting to go in the ball game. Bulldogs will start this series at their own 44-yard line near hash. They'll line up, and we got a new quarterback.
We do.
I can't tell which sophomore it is.
What's his number? It's like, no.
Snap is back, gonna turn, hand it off. Number 16. Around the left side goes number 44, and he's tackled over there about maybe a yard loss. Is that Warren?
Well, that's, it's Derek Warren, and he's handing off to Jake Vandervinder.
Okay. So Derek Warren, the sophomore quarterback, into the game, and it's actually a pickup of 1, not a loss of 1. So the Bulldog offense once again will line up here in the A formation. Warren taking a look over the defense. Play clock down to 10. Snap is back, looking to throw it. He's going to go over to the right side. Oh, good effort over there. Dive for that, but unable to bring it in for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Warren throwing over there to number 89, which is Gavin Brown. As you said, unable to hang on to that. Joby, I was just thinking, when you got basically almost 90 guys on your roster, it's not a barn burner like it was last year where we won the game on the last play, but you're able to get some other guys in the game right now.
Speaking of that, number 29 is a quarterback. That's Cale Hodling coming in, the other sophomore quarterback. 3rd down and 9. Snap is back. Cale dropping, going to throw, and it's tipped. He tried to get it over the top, and it hits the ground. And I think that's Para in there with him. So it'll be 4th down. The ball was tipped as Cale tried to get it over the top. And I think it was Para.
Good job by Tristan Munoz, the defensive lineman for the Carlsbad Caveman. Got his hand up and tipped that ball. How come you didn't have to look up Kello's number to know who he was?
Well, I was told that on varsity, he's wearing number 29.
Okay.
So I found that out.
He is related to you?
He is related to me.
Okay.
Yeah, one of my nephews. So that'll be 4th down now on that incomplete pass as Cale's ball got tipped, trying to get it over the top to a running back.
We got Wesson back to punt. Yeah. Our middle linebackers are punting.
Oh, I forgot about that. He punted last year, I think.
Well, no,
Peyton Deans punted, didn't he? Yeah, we hadn't punted this game, so delay a game on the Bulldogs. That'll back them up 5. And then they'll punt the ball. 2:51 to go. So we've gotten all 4 quarterbacks in. Cale got 1 play. Derek got 2. And, of course, Casadas got the 3rd quarter, basically. Estrada came in for the first series. And then everybody else getting in as well. Here's the first punt of the game for the Bulldogs, end over end. It's going to hit the ground and roll right at the Cavemen. He's going to catch it. And then he's going to get around the corner. Ooh, there was a block. They might throw a penalty on, but they didn't. He's going to pick up about 20 yards all the way back out past the 50-yard line. So it'll be on Bulldog side of things.
So tough punt by Wesson. I mean, it hit the ground, which is not a bad thing as a punter, but Castaneda did a good job of fielding that off one bounce, coming around the left side, showing his speed and getting down the field.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cavemen, 2:20 and counting to go here in the ball game. And they didn't, okay, well, originally I thought they were going to give you forward momentum, but they're on the 49 on their side of the field. So the Carlsbad offense having a man coming on late, coming into that X-man X position on the left tackle's hip. Quarterback Lopez takes a snap, turn, hand it off, and trying to break through the tackles, but unable to is the running back. Number 14 for the Bulldogs makes that tackle.
Yeah, that's Reeves again coming in and making that tackle for the Bulldogs. Good job. This defense, coming in and for the starting defense, these guys, and they've been doing a good job against basically the starting offense. Is not the starting backfield, but a lot of the first teamers in for Carlsbad right now. They're doing a good job holding their own.
Yeah, Sandoval's still in there. I think everybody's in there but the quarterback and running back maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so once again, with 1:23 and counting, Carlsbad will line it up. In the shotgun is Lopez. Bulldogs looking to bring the house. Let's see if they bring him. They do. And he's hit, and the ball comes flipping out of there. Boy, he was hit from behind by who, number 42?
Yeah, he never saw him coming because he was from behind the blind side. Cody Johnson, the center on the extra point, and caught a touchdown pass tonight, came blaring in there and hit Perez before he released it, so it wasn't a good throw.
Yeah, the ball, I thought maybe it was going to be called a fumble, but I guess his arm wasn't forward motion when he got hit because it just kind of lame duck flipped out there. But all right, we're under a minute.
I was thinking wounded duck. So
yeah, wounded duck.
Yeah.
Pretty close. All right, 42 seconds and counting as Carlsbad takes a look. And the snap is back, turn and hand it off. And the Bulldogs, there he is again, swallows him, number 42, Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson just makes a good play there. Let's talk real quick. Next week, first home game for the Bulldogs, the Hobbs Eagles coming into town. They did defeat the Bulldogs last year in Hobbs. So another 6A team, as the Bulldogs like in the early season to take on and play. Stout team coming in.
Really good every year. Hobbs they've always loaded with athletes. Very difficult team for us to play, kind of like Carlsbad. Tonight we get the better of Carlsbad. The game's over in about 2 seconds, but Artesia going to have a tough game next week against Hobbs. But let's go ahead and finish this game out and talk about it. We'll take a break here, and when we come back, we'll talk about some we're going to keep it here?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep it right here.
Right.
Break. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. 55-7 final score. Stay right there. Post game.
There are things you can do to improve the value of your current home if you plan to sell, and a few things you probably shouldn't do. The folks at Lois Oliver Real Estate are experts in real estate in Artesia and can help you with some great advice. If you want to talk to a local expert about buying or selling a home in Artesia, visit with any of the agents at Lois Oliver Real Estate. We know Artesia, and we're ready to help you buy or sell or find local experts who can answer your questions. Lois Oliver Real Estate. We love it here. Find us at 210 South Roselawn or online at loisoliverrealestate.com.
Welcome back, folks. Second half flew by compared to the first half with that running clock. Bulldogs do win tonight 55-7. Josh Howard keeps our stats for us, and he's got your game stats this time.
For the Cavemen tonight, they had 73 yards rushing, 142 yards passing. And for the Bulldogs tonight, total rushing, we had 202 yards rushing and 237 yards passing for a total of 439 yards of offense. We had 4 touchdowns, 2 turnovers. We had 6 penalties for 24 yards. And our time of possession tonight was 24 minutes and 22 seconds. And Carlsbad time of possession was 30 minutes and 55 seconds. The leaders for Carlsbad tonight, rushing, leading the way for them was Mendoza, 24 rushes for 76 yards. And then Aiden Rodriguez coming in at the end of the game, 4 rushes for 3 yards. Passing for the Cavemen, Kason Perez was 11 for 24 for 142 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 interceptions. Receiving for the Cavemen tonight, Ian Sandoval led the way with 6 receptions for 77 yards. Leos had 3 for 39, and Castaneda 1 for 25. The stat leaders tonight for your Bulldogs, Cazares led the way rushing, 3 rushes for 98 yards and 1 touchdown. LaRock, 10 rushes for 53 yards, and Galindo, 3 for 36 and 1 touchdown. Caleb Murray had 1 rush for 9 yards. Estrada, 1 for 5, and Van Devender, 1 for 1. Passing for the Bulldogs, Nia Estrada, 15 of 19 for 237 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Cazares, 2 for 2 for 6 yards. And then Kale Hodling had 1 pass incomplete, and Warren also 1 pass that was incomplete. Receiving for your Bulldogs, 5 receptions, 117 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Ethan Kahn tonight. Cazares had 3 for 41, Duran 2 for 37, Galindo 2 for 20, and a touchdown. Hardman 2 for 13, and Seiss 1 for 9. Defensively for your Bulldogs, leading the way tonight was your middle linebacker, Diego Wesson. He had 8 tackles, 2 for a loss. Also, Watkins had a great game tonight on defense. 5 tackles, 2 for loss, and 1 interception. And then David Hammond tonight had 3 interceptions for the Bulldogs. 3 interception game is pretty spectacular. Our secondary looked great all game. We did really good on both sides of the ball.
All right, Josh, thank you for keeping those stats, not just during the game, but giving us the totals at the end. You do a great job, so we appreciate that. We're going to continue with our Guys Chevy postgame show. Joby and I'll be back to wrap it up.
Why is it that everything is so difficult? You promise your kids ice cream only to find out the machine is down. Then there's only one checker at the store, and your babysitter cancels on the busiest day of the year. At Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia, we get it. Let us be the easy part of your week. Whether it's maintaining your existing vehicle in our GM certified service department or selecting and purchasing a new Chevrolet or GMC, we're here to assist you and make life easier, if only for a moment. So give us a call today or stop by here at the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or at guychevy.com.
Hawker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hawker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hawker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hawkerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
Trusted service, no need to lie. Hop online, our reviews are high at Big O. At Big O Tires.
Roll into your neighborhood Big O Tires for the Let's Roll sales event. From now until August 20th, buy 3, get 1 free on 4 select in-stock Sumitomo tires or Cooper tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Disposal fees and shop fees extra were permitted. Void where prohibited. See rebate form for terms and conditions. This offer is valid with any form of payment.
Most of the problems that people have with plants comes down to basic farm management. That means knowing what to plant and when to plant it. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Planting at the wrong time usually leads to disappointment and heartache, sort of like your first love. But planting at the right moment puts Mother Nature on your side, and that makes growing things easier and a whole lot more fun. So before you plant anything, come to see us at Roswell Seed, or just give it a try and hope for the best. It gives me a chance to say, I told you so.
Artesia High School Bulldog Sports is made possible thanks to Buckhorn Production, LLC. Founded in 2021, Buckhorn Production, LLC operates over 200 wells in the Permian Basin. Like the Artesia Bulldogs, Buckhorn Production, LLC strives for excellence in all of our operations. We encourage all of our employees to be great members of our community and encourage you to join them in supporting all of our athletes, students, teachers, and administrators. Buckhorn Production, LLC, proud to support the Artesia Bulldogs. Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
All right, Bulldog fans, we're back here to wrap it up. The Artesia Bulldogs win tonight 55-7. Great way to start the season, Robbie.
Absolutely. You never know in the first game how it's going to go. It's a new team for both, across the state, right? It's the first game for everybody. But coming in tonight, you want to see what you can do and where you are. And just a good start for the Bulldogs tonight, as you mentioned, taking care of the Carlsbad Caveman pretty handily.
Looks like we got some updates, and Robbie, I'll let you give those.
Okay, Roswell, final score over Leventon, 45-18. So they take care of the Leventon Wildcats tonight. And then our district opponent, Goddard Rockets, win 49-0 final over Santa Teresa. So thank you, Josh, for that.
So big wins around our district tonight. All of us getting big victories. We've already mentioned it. Next week we're at home at the Bulldog Bowl for the first time this season, taking on the Hobbs Eagles. And so looking forward to that game next Friday night. I was trying to look, Robbie, the JV played Hobbs JV last night, or actually it was our sophomores, and they got a big win. The score was very similar tonight. I can't remember the score, but it was 50-something to 49-7, Josh says. So I got to see a little bit of Hobbs last night. Probably not going to see them next week, but nonetheless, Bulldogs start off with two big wins this season. Last night over in Hobbs, the sophomores get a big win, and now tonight the Bulldog varsity takes it to the Carlsbad Cavemen.
Yeah, tonight was impressive on all three phases for the Artesia Bulldogs, coming out and offensively, obviously over 400 yards, but the running clock in the second half, they had 330 yards in the first half. And so offense looked pretty good. There's some things to work on, some things to clean up, some things to do that need to be done. They can get better. Obviously, had a couple interceptions and just not clicking like they want to click. And then defensively, did a great job. Coming in, we knew the secondary was going to be a strength of the defense this year, and they showed that tonight. But the linebacking core and a complete new defensive line. All four guys, our starters, graduated. And the defensive line did a great job tonight, as we mentioned, subbing in 7 to 8 guys at a time. All of them playing well tonight against a good Carlsbad line. So good job by the defense. And then the special teams, just outstanding tonight. First game of the year. You don't get to do a lot of special teams and scrimmages, so you really don't know. That's the unknown coming into the first game, and the Bulldog special teams looked outstanding tonight.
Well, I think you might have said this, but if you didn't, I'm going to say it. 2 defensive touchdowns tonight. Mm-hmm. You get those kind of touchdowns, that's tremendous.
Yeah, all phases of the game firing tonight for the Bulldogs, and now we just got to build upon that. There's obviously things they can work on and get better at. I already mentioned that offensively, but all three phases can, and they're going to do that. They're going to watch film tomorrow, and they're going to break it down and come out and get ready for Hobbs next week.
All right, Bulldog fans, thanks for tuning in here. KSVP Radio, AM 990 and FM 93.7, KSVPTV.com. We were on PVT TV tonight, and I think going forward we will be there. And, of course, on Facebook and YouTube. So the final thoughts from me is calling out our guys here, Gene and Bradley and Jeff and Josh and Robbie. This is Joby saying have a great night. We'll see you next Friday.
Believe it or not, your home insurance company isn't evil. Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here. A lot of roofers make your insurance company out to be your enemy. They'll talk about fighting and battling your insurance to get you the claim you deserve. But honestly, your insurance company is a group of people just like you and me. That's why we don't treat your roof insurance claim like we're going to war. We treat it like a court case. We provide your insurance company every piece of evidence needed to get you the highest possible claim. We submit photos, videos, detailed documents, and line-by-line estimates. And guess what? Our non-combat approach works. On 92% of roof insurance claims, we get the highest amount the first time. And the rare times we don't, well then, that's when we go to bat for you. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Summer vacation is here, but just because you're on vacation doesn't mean your teeth should be. Protect your teeth this summer with a few summer tooth tips. Hydrated and happy. Avoid sugary drinks and avoid chewing on ice. Sure, it cools you off, but it's not great for your teeth. Don't forget to brush and floss regularly and dry out your toothbrush. Save your teeth for summer's sake. These tooth tips brought to you by Dr. K. Youngren and Smile Expressions, 2520 Hermosa Drive, Artesia.
Cisco Equipment in Artesia is your local dealership for construction equipment, both for rental and purchase. We have a full service department and parts department to provide the equipment, parts, and service you rely on.
With brands like Linkbelt, Hyundai, JCB, XCMG, and more, we want to be your primary choice for all of your equipment, sales, rentals, service, and parts. If you're looking for a specific part, come see us first.
Cisco Equipment carries a solid line of new and used equipment for rent and for sale, including excavators, loaders, telehandlers, backhoes, skidsters, and more. We proudly serve southeastern New Mexico, and we offer multiple locations in Texas, so that no matter where your job is, we're here to help you get the job done.
Stop in and see us today at 1706 South 1st Street, or give us a call at 575-748-1314.
We look forward to earning your business. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, a proud supporter of your Artesia Bulldogs.
Devon Energy is proud to support Artesia High School athletic programs. By partnering with Artesia, we're making an investment in the long-term future of our community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership, skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Bulldogs from Devon Energy.
That concludes this presentation of sports on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP. Sports on KSVP AM and FM is presented by Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Family Health Center and Presbyterian Medical Services, Artesia Board Sales, Artesia General Hospital, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Artesia Police Department, Big O Tires, Bob Reed Pest Control, Buckhorn Productions, LLC, Business Notions, Kane Electric Supply, Central Valley Electric, Cisco Equipment, Deans Incorporated, Devon Energy, Julie's Auto Sales, Edge Safety, ENMU Portales, and ENMU Roswell, Faith Baptist Church, Forest Tire, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block of Artesia, Hermosa Church of Christ, HF Sinclair, Hawker & Sons, J&J Home Care, JS Ward, KFC of Artesia, La Fonda, Lois Oliver Real Estate, Poppin & Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Pressure Services LLC, Primary Residential Mortgage, Ridgeland Motors, Roger and Ramona Kilpatrick of Berkshire Hathaway Enchanted Lands, Roswell Seed Company, Smile Expressions, Southwest Printers, Sun Country Garden Center, Tate Branch of Artesia, Turpening and Sons Mortuary, Trustmark Roofing, University of New Mexico, Wilbanks Trucking, Sandy Stockton, and State Farm of Artesia. Thanks for tuning into this presentation of sports on KSVP, AM and FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
For Magic and even Left Hand Path, which I don't